where you wanting to go. Hunter, how you been, man? Sorry, sorry, I'm all right. I'm sorry y'all got screwed out of that national tournament, man. Yeah. Well, they need you, man. You're a good player. Yeah. Gotcha. You think a 10-minute pregame would be all right? Can we talk for 10 minutes? Yeah, we can. My buddy Donald's over here. Probably gonna be 3 or 4 times. What's kind of gay? Really? Hey man, don't be coming up in here messing with our mojo now. Yeah. I mean, dang. Look at you breaking shit already. When that hits 10, we'll roll. Hey, when are they gonna do the national anthem? You know at what time? 7 minutes. So we'll talk for 3 minutes, pause for two, talk for five. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Big Daddy Randy Allen, and this is the Lions Sports Network, giving all honor and glory to God above for our Lord Jesus Christ. He is our Savior. Just want to throw that out there on this Palm Sunday weekend. Easter Sunday is next weekend. My partner in crime is Mr. Donald Sullivan. Sir, how are you?
Great today, Randy. Good day for football.
Well, you know, the last time we were here a couple of weeks ago, the weather was totally sunny. It wasn't a lot of humidity in the air. It was a nice, cool, crisp kind of day. Kind of warmed up through the afternoon there when they went to Arizona a couple of weeks ago, too. It was a nice 52 degrees when they played there in Arizona. But today, it's a little muggy. It's a little sticky, if you will. It's a lot warmer than it has been. I know there's a storm brewing up, so may see some storms come here in the Batesville area around 6 o'clock this evening, too. But it's going to be warm and muggy out on the turf this afternoon. You got to think we're going to see some cramps come into play today.
Hydrate, Randy. It's 75 now is the current temperature, so I'm figuring about 75 or so at game time. And it's going to warm up a little more as we play, so guys are definitely going to have to stay hydrated today.
Actually 2 weeks ago, Lyon College on March the 13th traveled all the way out to Arizona, lost to the Firestorm. It was 45-9, the final on that. Nacho Gomez actually got the first score in the ball game at about 14:47 there in the second quarter. He hit a 33-yarder after a 9-play drive for the Scots, and then it was all Arizona Christian after that until Michael Troxler hit a 5-yard run with the waning seconds in the ball game there, but it was a tough road to hoe and a long trip out in Arizona as they dropped the last one 45-9. Last time we were here against Sagu, it was a very competitive ball game, Donald, 27-20 in that one. Isaiah Bradford did a great job of controlling the game, managing the game well, and the Scots were very competitive in that ball game, just came up a little short.
Just a little short. Good ball game, hard-fought ball game the whole way. It looks like they went down to Arizona and just kind of didn't play their football.
Right.
Didn't play the same kind of game that we had played here at home. So maybe we can tune it all back in, and now that we're at home, and pull out a victory.
Well, we're going to see the Scots now 0-3 overall, of course, 0-3 in conference play. And, of course, Scots only playing a conference season. Langston as well only playing a conference season this year as well. They're 0-2 as Texas Wesleyan has decided to drop out of the spring football. I know our last game of the season was Texas Wesleyan, scheduled on Saturday, April the 10th, but they have canceled their season 2, so that final game is canceled. Next Saturday will be the final game of the season for the Scots, and it will be senior day here as we play Oklahoma Panhandle State. But today we've got the Langston Lions, who have been traditionally a tough team for the Scots, and as they are playing the national anthem, let's take a 2-minute timeout, and we'll be back with starters and more of looking forward to this game here on the Lions Sports Network. Welcome back at a nice overcast afternoon, a warm and muggy afternoon here in Batesville, Arkansas, as the Lyon College Scots getting set to take on the Langston Lions. Isaiah Bradford is going to be called to lead this team once again here at home. This season, Bradford is 46 of 97, about 50%. 468 yards, 1 touchdown, 4 interceptions on the season. He's got a pair of rushing touchdowns, too. J.D. Horn continues to be the go-to receiver for Bradford. Horn leads the team now with 13 receptions for 157 yards.
Yes, Arkansas guy. Defensively, Chris Reese leads the Scots with 30 tackles this season as he collected 15 tackles in a game against the Firestorm. His 15 total tackles against ACU are tied for the second most in a single game for a Scot. Cole Peppers has also been a key piece of the defense side as he's collected 29 total tackles this season.
Captains are at the center of the field. They're only allowing one captain, still due to COVID restrictions, out on the field. Devin Dorso from Avondale, Arizona, is the captain for Langston. For Lyon College, getting the captain nod will be Eric Young, a senior from Meridian, Mississippi. Referees Jarvis Walker, he's out there talking with him. Umpire Larry Brown as well. Center judge will be Bill Fry. Head linesman Chad Young. Line judge Mark Willis. Field judge Kevin Wilhoit. Side judge Bryant Derrick. And back judge Jared Vigna. Looks like Lyon might have won the toss, and they will defer. So Langston will get the nod first. Langston, by the way, 0-2 on the season. They last played, get this, Donald, February 27th, as Sagu defeated them 31-20. We played Sagu very close here.
Very tough.
And we've had a couple of football games since Langston has been on the field as well. Tristan Randall set to get the start for the quarterbacks this season. And believe it or not, Tristan Randall is a freshman, 6'2", 200-pound freshman out of Wichita Falls, Texas. 12 of 35 on the short season for them, 98 yards, 2 interceptions too. Cameron Mims leads Langston with 4 receptions for 30 yards. Markel Scott is the leading rusher for Langston. He rushed for 37 yards on 17 attempts over 2 games as well. And you got to think Lyon have better legs today under them, as having a few more, well, at least one more game too, and also having a couple of games under them since February.
Since February, that stretch right there is going to be the thing. It looks like they're more of a running team, Randy. Maybe if we can put the defense together to stop the run, force them into throw, and we'll have a better chance of stopping the football.
Let's see what we can do. Langston bringing their receiving core out onto the field. Looks like Devontae White set back deep to receive.
Here comes the Scots.
That's right. They're wearing their whiteout uniforms. I like those whites.
White on white.
The lightning helmets,
I
too.
do like that. I do like the uniforms.
Corey Allen set deep to receive. Corey Allen for Langston is a freshman, and they have 7 seniors on this squad for the Langston Lions. Everybody else, of course, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores, just a handful of juniors as well. So a young
team.
Langston team. Traditionally, Langston has been a powerhouse in the NAIA. The last time we faced off against the Lions was on this field in 2019. It was a 60-7 rout.
Yes.
In that ball game.
Wasn't pretty. Was not pretty,
No, it
Randy.
was not.
But, hey, new season, new players, new coaches, new theme. Let's see what we can get done today.
Nacho Gomez, he's one of the traditional players here. And Nacho has been in a long stretch here of great kickers for Lyon College. He continues to do well. He did miss the PAT last 2 weeks ago at Arizona Christian, which is not something he normally does.
That's not Nacho-like.
No, it's not.
It is not.
But let's see if we can get a nice kick here to open things up on kind of a warm, muggy spring afternoon here in Batesville, Arkansas.
Randy, we're having some clock issues in the end zone down here. It'll be okay. We'll use the main scoreboard.
Here we go. Teams are set. The ball is in the air. Here we go for a Saturday afternoon of college football. Allen brings it up to about the 30-yard line. And they're going to spot it there close to the 30-yard line. So Langston will take over 1st and 10. Freshman quarterback Tristan Randall going to bring his squad out onto the field.
Here we go. Let's get this defense tuned in.
Twin set to the near side. Randall out of the shotgun. Now he's going to put some men in motion here. Change the formation a bit. He's passing out to the 35-yard line right off the bat. They fall forward to the 40-yard line. It's going to be a first down, first play from scrimmage.
Yeah, the Scots had a lot of white jerseys over there, but of course, on the bubble, he just stopped and caught the football, and everybody tried to get the football, and it just didn't stop right away.
Motion seemed to confuse, a little switch in formation seemed to confuse the defense for the Scots for just a moment. Opened up that left-hand side for Langston. Now trips to the near side. Randall from the gun once again, passing. Little short pass knocked down out of the air. Getting big paws on there. Rush Warren from the defensive line. He's out of Mountainburg, Arkansas, knocking the ball down.
Another Arkansas boy there, Randy. He's looks like, yeah. Hey, they are going no huddle, Randy. They're speeding up the offense here. 2 passing attempts already. And he's coming out of the pistol formation. He's got a running back behind him.
2nd down and 10. Ball's on the 40-yard line. Langston with it, 14:25 to go. We're scoreless, just underway. He's going to hand it off to the tailback, and he's rode down, gets back to the line of scrimmage, maybe have fallen forward for about a yard, but that's about it. Only Jakari Jackson just only got a yard on that play, and he didn't really have anywhere else to go.
Stopped him short early. That's what we need to do every time, Randy. Every chance we get, it's third down. Let's shut him down right here.
3rd and 9. Ball's on the Langston 41-yard line. We talked about Langston being young. Lyon College young squad as well.
They are very young.
A little motion. Now trip set to the near side, looking to pass. Left-hand side, there's a man there, and it's caught. Had to go over his head, and it is caught and brought down into Lion territory at the 46-yard line.
That was just an awesome catch, Randy. He put the ball up there high. The rush was on. We had a safety coming up hot on him. He had to throw the ball fast, and he got rid of it. He got rid of it high. Just receiver tall enough and athletic enough to jump up and grab the football.
London Matthews, a 6-foot, 180-pound junior out of Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, moving the chains there. Another first down from the Lion 45. Shotgun formation. They're going to hand it off out of the backfield to Jackson. He's looking to go around the right side edge and gets brought down after a gain of 2.
We read it that time, Randy. We had 2 linebackers coming in on a rush blitz that time. Just so happens they showed their hand a little early there.
Running game not producing much here early on. Passing game seems to be working a bit for Langston.
You know, we've been able to shut down the rush pretty much all season. We're a good rush defense team. Let's see what we call up here.
2nd down and 8. Out of the shotgun, quarterback's going to run it. He's got a hole, slips a tackle, and gets brought down in the secondary. He'll move the chains.
I think that was a design play, Randy. He scooted back more in the shotgun, and the running back kind of slid in front of him there. It was a design draw the whole way.
That's Larry Harrington, quarterback. He's a junior. He's 205 pounds, 6'2" out of Raleigh, North Carolina. He's the quarterback for Langston right now.
It's his 2nd play in a row here. I think he's more of a runner.
Out of the shotgun again. He's going to drop back to pass. Pocket closes up. He's under coverage, gets out of that one and throws it away. Finds a man down the field. That's going to be Taj Davidson. Hit him in the hands, but he dropped it.
Man, hey, I'm just glad the Scots put the defense on him that time. We had an opportunity to sack him for a loss. He was athletic enough to get rid of the football. We should have wrapped him up harder and faster that time.
2nd and 10. Ball's on the 32-yard line in Scots territory.
He's staying in at quarterback.
That's Harrington. He's going to hand the ball off to Jackson. He goes around the right-hand side, finds a little bit of room on the outer edge, cuts it up, gains about 5 yards on the play.
Good defensive read that time, Randy. 25, Jeremiah that time. He slid over, read it, made a tackle, but it was after he had done gained 5 yards.
3rd down and 5. See if Langston can convert on this 3rd down. If not, they may have to bring out Hunter Elliott to kick the football. Single back. He finds a man out in the flats by the numbers. It's going to be 1st down. That pass was complete to Trayvon Billington.
Nice blitz that time, but he threw right at the blitz. Of course, left that side of the field wide open. No more yards than they needed. He was able to convert.
Sagu was able to find the outside edge on the pass against Lyon a few weeks ago as well, and it seems like Langston has found the soft spot in the defense.
Yes, it seems to be.
Single back set. Harrington's back there all by himself. Pitches to the right-hand side again near the sideline. Finds Cameron Mims there, and they're going to move the stick. It's going to be a gain of about 7 yards on that play.
Randy, if they keep moving the ball like this, you know, it's not going to be a very defensive productive day.
2nd down and a long 3 with 10:44 to go here. First quarter play, Langston's knocking on the door of the end zone. Running back, Jackson gets the toss. They're going to bring the ball up to around the 8-yard line on that play. Anderson with good coverage on there, just gave him a little bit more pad. He's close to a first down. I think they're going to say he's a bit short. And it's just going to be a nose of a football short. That'll bring up third down.
Langston has really surprised me. I took them to be more of a running team, and now that they've switched quarterbacks here, they seem to be more of an option or more of a passing type team.
Little RPO.
Yeah, maybe Lyon can shut them down right here.
Harrington takes the ball, fakes it to Jackson. He's going to keep it himself, and he's closed up behind the line of scrimmage. Lyon College, the defense says, nope, not that time, and gets him for a loss of about 3.
Mr. Muhammad, he read it from the start. He said, hey, I know he's going to run the football. I'm going to get him. He came in off the corner, made the tackle. Good stop. Now, let's see if we can hold the field goal.
Bilal Muhammad holds for a 4th down for the Lyon College defense. That'll bring on the kicking squad. It's going to be Hunter Elliott, freshman out of Conroe, Texas, looking to try to split the uprights. Ball's put on the right side hash. It's up. It is through, and it's good. So Langston draws first blood, 3-0 at the 9:20 mark of the first period. Let's take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back on the Lions Sports Network. From the 9:20 mark in the first period of play, Langston draws first blood on a field goal by Hunter Elliott. It is 3-0. Now, the Scots receiving corps set to receive it. Hunter Elliott set to kick it off.
Let's see if they kick away from J.D. Horn or if they kick to him this time, Randy. Horn's pretty fast. He's probably the best receiver on the team. He's the go-to guy anyway. Let's see if they kick to him or if they kick away from him.
They're holding things up right now. The referee is with the field judge on the far sideline, and
they're discussing something with the coach. I believe it's the score clock. I believe it's the clock issue. They still don't have it fixed in the end zone.
You know, that's an issue that's kind of been ongoing here at Batesville for the last couple of years, is that end zone. The main scoreboard is working fine, but that end zone's clock and play clock is not out. It'll come back on later, but that's an issue that's kind of been ongoing here for the last couple of seasons.
I'm sure they'll get it worked out this season with the COVID and everything. It probably shut them down there. Now everything's getting kind of back to normal. We will see what we can do about getting it fixed around here.
So they're working that out. I don't know if referee said turn it on, and so they're letting it count down.
They're going to let the play clock click all the way down and probably reset it. And then he'll signal for play.
They're not wanting to keep it?
I think he's going to keep it on the field because it's only on one side.
See if we... Wouldn't be a football game without a technical issue, would it?
Something's always got to happen.
Elliott kicks it off, and it's caught at the 4-yard line. Brought up to the 10, 15, dodges a tackle, tries to spin out of that. Can't get much past the 15-yard line. J.D. Horn brings it out for about a 9-yard carry.
Good coverage that time. I didn't think they'd kick to Horn, but they kicked right to him. But they had everybody on the team running after him also, so... Here we go, Scots. Let's move the ball down the field and let's do this thing. Take a 7-3 lead right here.
Bradford is the man in the backfield. Back there with him is Bradley D. Redshirt junior out of Champaign, Illinois. See what the Scots dial up here. Bradford hands it off to D, goes off tackle on the left-hand side, and he's going to be rode down by a couple of defensive linemen. They never brought him down, but he did get stopped for no gain.
Right, forward progress. I think they may have gave him a yard, maybe, if they gave him any. Oh, yeah.
Second down and 10. Ball's on the 15-yard line. They are going to say no gain. 8:43 to go here in the first period. Scots trail it by a field goal. Bradford doesn't like what he sees, so he's checking off. Moves D to the opposite side. D takes the handoff on a draw play, spins out of it at the 25, goes past the 30, and finally gets wrestled down at the 35-yard line. That is an amazing 20-yard run there by D.
Good check. Good call by Bradford that time. Drew Sanger was on the other side of the line. Here we go.
Another one by D. Another draw play right up the gut, gets up to the 40-yard line, and they went turbo on that one.
I do like the tempo. I like the tempo. Straight out, don't wait. But with that tempo and this weather, Randy, we're going to have to watch out for a lot of cramps.
It is muggy out here today.
It is.
And the turf warms it up a little bit down there.
Yes, it does.
From the gun. Second down. High snap. Brings it down. D. He's carrying that football. He double wrapped it. He got hit pretty hard there on the end. But he's going to move the chains nonetheless. A nice, 3 hard runs in a row there by Lyon College and D.
And D. Hey, feed him. Feed the beast, feed the beast. As long as we're moving the football like this, we got sickness on the field. Yeah, he's going off he's going into coverage there, number 26.
Try not to tackle anybody there below the B.
Right.
It is that muggy out there. And you got to think, Langston hadn't put a football game on the field since February, so the temperature is...
It's going to be a major factor for him.
D gets it again. They are feeding him. He goes on a draw play one more time. D will step out. But he's had a nice series of carries there, and he moves the ball forward for about 6 yards on that run.
Braswell, not much of a drop-off. A whole lot more shiftier, speedier back. Not as powerful, but not a drop-off.
160-pound sophomore out of Olive Branch, Dakota Braswell. Flanks Bradford on his left-hand side. Bradford hands it off to Braswell. Up the gut one more time. He's going to fall forward for a couple.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Hey,
do it till they stop it.
That's right.
I think this is going to make a big difference right here with the temperature the way it is, Randy. I know we keep mentioning it, but
they're moving the tempo once again. No huddle, let's go. Bradford on the hard count. Checks off now. 3rd down and 2 for the Scots. Ball on the 44-yard line in Langston territory. Don't know what the play clock is. They're not allowing it to run since both sides can't have it. From the gun, Bradford, first time looking to pass, and he gets hit from his blind side, and the ball goes down to the carpet.
Boy, that was a shot. That was definitely a shot that he took.
Jamal Dorsey, a 6'6", 270-pound junior out of Port Arthur, Texas, just demolished Bradford on his blind side.
On the blind side, got him.
We're going to bring up 4th down and 2, and looks like Coach Douglas says, let's punt it.
Let's punt it.
Still early on in the football game.
We can play field position right here. Pin them deep, stop them, get the ball back.
Number 19, Nacho Gomez in punting position for the Scots.
Here comes Nacho.
Number 82, John Lewis.
Lewis back deep to receive, a 5'7" freshman out of Kenner, Louisiana. Gomez on his own 41, awaiting the snap. High snap, Nacho brings it down, gets it away. Beautiful kick by Gomez, and it's going to go out of the back of the end zone.
Nice kick that time, Randy. We was hoping to hold, to pin them deep. We got some laundry on the field here, Randy. We got offsides on the Gunners, maybe.
Well, it looked to me like some of the defensive men were lined up in the neutral zone. And that's going to bring a first down for the Scots. A lucky break.
Great break.
Nice practice snap for Nacho and the kicking team.
That should give us enough for a first down right here. Let's keep this ball moving. Take a break, of what we just got.
Well, D came out a couple of plays for 2 plays. I let Braswell take the reins, move the ball very well on the ground. They went to the pass, and it didn't quite work for them.
Right.
But like you said, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Let's go see what the run does, because the defensive line for Langston is not stopping it.
No, and back in it's D right now. So let's see if they feed him or what we do. Let's take advantage of this little mistake they made.
Bradford back out of the gun, hands it off to D. He's going to dive it right up the gut. He'll lose a yard, though, on that play.
Yeah.
The linebacker stepped up. You saw a little blitz coming there, too, and they packed the box that time.
They
didn't let him have anywhere to go.
No, when they stacked that box, they knew when they seen him come back in, that was first play, they were going to run with D. So
Loss of 1 on the play, 2nd down and 11 from the Langston 40-yard line.
So we're going with a no huddle, but we're not in turbo right here. We're going to call in a new play, send in a sub.
Big fullback Titus Nelson comes out. Drew Sanger steps onto the field. Now we're going to the outside, double wrapping the football. D comes around the edge. Nice. Straight arm.
Stiff arm.
Yeah, stiff arm there, just right to his face and pushes the ball forward. He gets up to around the 32-yard line. That was a strong move by D.
Very strong run. Powerful runner. Good move. He almost looked like Derrick Henry throwing that old stiff arm out there. Get off me.
4:28 to go in the first period. Scots trail by a field goal. 3rd down and 5. The ball's on the 34-yard line. Now Braswell double wraps, gets caught up in the backfield, and he's just manhandled. Braswell, 160 pounds.
And had 2 300-pounders grab hold
Sure
of him.
did.
He just said, hey, okay, that's enough.
That's why we pulled cross ties in high school football.
That's right. Again, a no-huddle offense, but not just octane fast here.
Well, and it's 4th down now and 9. And the Scots are going to go for it.
You're on this side of the field, it ain't going to hurt.
Bradford throws it over the middle, and it is dropped. Pass was intended for tight end Drew Sanger.
Sanger's usually a pretty automatic hands right there. You know, the last couple games he's been pretty automatic.
Looked to me like the defender might have got a hold of him a little bit early on that, but
I started to say
officials
something.
are letting him play.
Yeah, I started to say something about that, Randy. He was there earlier than what I thought the football was. But, hey.
Will be a turnover on downs nonetheless. And the Langston Lions will have the football 1st and 10 from their own 38-yard line. Back out is Larry Harrington. He throws it out of bounds. Pass falls to the ground. The receiver just didn't quite get out there on the out route towards the sideline. So Bradley D, 7 carries, 44 yards. He was averaging 6.3 yards per carry. And I like what you said. Feed the beast.
Feed the beast. Larry Harrington staying out there, Randy. It makes me think that Tristan Randall may have something ailing him, something wrong with him.
Maybe.
I don't see him on the sideline.
Low snap. Harrington gets the ball tipped right out of his hand, and it falls incomplete. Nice play there. Looks like, I believe, yeah, Amarius Stinnett got a hand on there right as the ball left the quarterback's hand. That'll stop the clock with 3:26 to go. In the first period of plays, the Scots trail it by 3. Langston is 2 of 3 on 3rd down so far. They're going to try to convert on this 3rd down and 10.
Empty backfield, Randy. Nobody to run the football but the quarterback.
Harrington, 3-step drop, looks left, finds a man by the numbers. Coverage surrounding him, and they bring him down around the 42.
Now that's how you go to the football right there. Everybody at one time. Chris Reese got credit for the tackle, but there was a couple of white shirts there that made him change his mind and run right into Reese's arms.
4th down and 8. Scots defense step up for a 3-and-out on this series. Elliot Yanish, freshman punter from Midwest City, Oklahoma. back to kick the football. Has to go to his right. Almost blocked there. Might have got a little bit of a hand on it. Dorian Edens may have tipped it a bit. Man, Scots are going to let it roll back to the 15-yard line.
It sure took a Langston bounce that time. It took a Langston bounce. J.D. Horn just backed up, got away from it, didn't want to cause no damage to himself. So let's start at the same spot we started last time. Or real close. I think it's 14.
Actually, it'd be the 14.
Yeah, they scooted us to the 14.
2 minutes, 30 seconds left to go here in the first period of play. The Scots trail it 3-0 against the Langston Lions.
As we bring our offense back out on the field, Randy.
D's going to be out of the backfield. Bradford, the quarterback, once again. I like Bradley D. Out of Illinois, 215 pounds.
He is a monster back.
Looks like Coach Douglas wants to take a timeout. Talk some things over here. The wind's starting to kick up a little bit. The breeze is blowing. You can feel some of that cooler air blowing off that moisture from the south.
The storm is on its way. It's beginning to cloud up a little more.
Pioneer Stadium here in Batesville is unique in the sense that it doesn't run north to south. We're actually looking towards the north. It runs east to west.
It does.
And on a clear, beautiful afternoon, if you're in the fourth quarter, you're going to have the sunlight in your face if you're heading west.
You definitely are.
Today, that might not be a factor. Nice overcast sky. After the timeout, Bradford brings the offensive squad back on. 1st and 10, 2:30 to go. The Scots are scoreless right now. They trail by a field goal.
A little different formation this time for the Scots.
He's flanked on both sides. Little razzle-dazzle in the background. Fakes it off, and Bradford's got it across the 20, and he's hit out of bounds hard. Yeah, that was a bit of a late hit. There's the flag.
I was waiting on it.
And we're going to have another 15 tacked on there at the end. They had a defender just step up after Bradford was in the white part of the sideline there and just lay him out.
They hit him a little late there. And, you know, anytime you get a chance to lay lumber on the quarterback, you want to lay the lumber on the quarterback. So that a little bit late that time.
It's going to cost him 15, though.
It cost him. Dead ball, late hit.
That's right. He was already out of bounds. And the defensive back just come in and wail. I mean, he was already falling to the ground over there in the orange part on the sideline.
He did lay the lumber. Maybe Bradford will take it personal right here and put 6 on the board for us.
That'll bring the ball up to the 38-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Scots, flanked on either side. Braswell and D both in the backfield with Bradford. They're going to hand. No, he pegs it, passes out to the sideline, and he's pushed.
Come on.
There's a little bit of contact there. It was intended for Carson Douglas, but it's going to fall incomplete. The official rules it down, and a little bit of bumping down there on the end is okay. They are letting them play.
Let them play a little bit. As long as they, let both sides play it, it'll be fine.
Side Judge Bryant Derrick there on the no call, which I think was a good no call.
Hey, he can see a whole lot better than we can. He's down there with him.
That'll stop the clock at 2:14. Still in the first period. Scott's looking to put 6 on the board. 2nd and 10 from the 38. Now there's a whistle, and it looks like Langston's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, he didn't like that offensive set. His guys was all stacked in the box, and we wasn't going to run that time. We had wide receivers on both sides, so.
Lyon College baseball team won the first 2 games of a 4-game AMC series at home against William Baptist. Scores of 8-1 and 10-6 yesterday at Fred Wan Field. And, Donald, for the first time, I think ever, they've got lights on Fred Wan Field now. They just put them in there so the Scots can play night games. That's good. That's good. So congratulations to Coach Repke, Coach Tony Repke, Coach Gary Sevier, and the Lyon Scots, and the baseball squad for getting a couple wins. They'll be playing today. Everybody's playing today.
Everybody.
Softball,
softball,
football,
baseball,
everybody.
Football.
Track, soccer. Everybody is playing today.
Today is a good day for Lyon College sports.
Except for basketball. They're finished for their season. Hunter Daly, one of the great producers for Lyon College men's basketball, is helping us on the technical side today.
Yes, he is. He's running the board for us.
even if he is from Hot Springs.
It's okay. We won't hold it against him.
My wife's from Hot Springs. It's all right. 2:14 to go. The Scots after the timeout. 2nd down and 10. Ball's on their own 38-yard line. Bradford with Braswell in the backfield. He's going to hand it off to number 3, and they've got too big of bodies coming up against him on that outside edge there, and he just could not get around them.
They do. They're keying on him every time he's in, and that time they had 2 defenders keyed on him the whole time, and he's kind of a smaller guy, and these defenders are kind of bigger guys, so when they're hitting him, he's going down, he ain't getting the extra run.
If he can find some open space, he is quick.
He is quick as a hiccup, but Big Bradley D, he's a beast. He is a beast.
They're going to keep Braswell in the backfield, flanking Bradford on his left-hand side. They got trips to the far side up by the numbers. Looks like Bradford's going right over the middle, finds a man there. It's Horn. He gets across the 35 up to the 40 to the 41-yard line.
That's his go-to. J.D. Horn, he's a leading receiver for the Scots this year, and so far, he's been the go-to guy.
It's not quite enough. It'll bring up another 4th down. And Nacho's going to have to come on to punt.
Nacho Gomez in punting position for the Scots.
Back to receive John Lewis, freshman out of Kenner, Louisiana. He's going to be back deep on his own 20-yard line to receive the punt. They're changing the formation here. Titus Nelson creeps up. They split a man wide out to the right. I don't think they're going to fake it. Nacho gets it off. End-over-end kick. He calls for a fair catch at the 22, and that's where they'll take it.
Gomez's punt is fair caught.
44 seconds left. See if the Scots defense can keep Langston from getting on the board again on this series.
At the Langston 22.5
We got him
yard line.
pinned on the 22.5.
A little bit of a defensive struggle. Didn't think it was going to be that way looking at the first drive by Langston there, but it's become a bit of a defensive struggle here in the last part of this first period.
Yes, it has. But slow and steady sometimes wins the race. Here we go. Langston snaps the ball.
Quarterback's going to keep it. Did a great job faking the handoff.
But the defense did a great job reading also. They didn't fall for the RPO there. He kept the football, and the defense stayed with him.
Going to gain 1 on the play. 2nd down and 9 from the 25. Harrington still in the ballgame as the quarterback.
I almost think something has happened to Randall.
They hand it off to the tailback. He gets past a defender. Second line comes in and gets him down on the tackle. Chris Reese gets him down for the stop.
He was brought down by number 90, Gabriel Miller, and number 33, Chris Reese.
Yep, Chris Reese on the stop. He's, that little linebacker right there, he's everywhere all the time.
First quarter is done. Langston leads it by 3. Let's take a 1 minute timeout. We'll be back with the second period of play here on the Scots Sports Network. Back from Pioneer Stadium, starting the second period of play. Langston has the football. 3rd down and 5 on their own 28. Lyon College trails Langston 3-0 here early on in this conference matchup.
It's been a field position kind of game, Randy. Defense, we let them move the ball quick first time, but now we've caught on. They got 3. Kind of a slow game. Both teams rushed the football the same amount of times in the first. So, ground and pound maybe a little.
They pitch it out to the right side, and Lyon College defense is there.
All over. Everybody read that.
Marius Stinnett.
Yep.
The defensive back out of West Memphis coming in and keeping them there off from converting the 3rd down and pushes that 4th down. The punt team's going to have to come on the field. Elliot Janish going to do the honors for Langston.
J.D. Horn back again to receive the football here, Randy. He's explosive. He's fast. He's quick as a hiccup.
I'd like to see him break one here.
Yeah, I would too.
Wobbly kick. Horn takes it at the 42. He's going to run it. He has coverage. Comes up to midfield to the 40. He's got one man to get around. Gets around him up to the 30, 25, and pushed out around the 20-yard line. J.D. Horn puts the Scots in great field position.
I was just waiting, Randy. I was just waiting. I done called him 2 or 3 times. I was waiting on him to make me shine. Nice return that time. Good field position by Lyon College Scots. Nice to start in your own territory. On your 20, you're in field goal range already. So if no mistakes, nothing happens here, we can at least tie the football game. But we ain't looking to tie, we're looking to win.
About a 37-yard return there for J.D. Horn.
Nice return. Very nice return.
Bradford from the gun. Braswell flanks him on the left, fakes the handoff, pitches out. It's knocked down. And it falls to the floor. Almost a bit of a tip drill there, too. But Devontae White,
I thought
it got behind him a little bit.
Yeah, so did Coach. We both thought they had offsides there. Yeah, there it is. It's on the far side. There we go. We caught him in the neutral zone. I knew it. It just came from the other side of the field. I just didn't know where the flag was going to come from there.
Good little free play there.
It was. So let's take 5 here.
Couple of key penalties have helped the Scots on a couple of drives in this ballgame already.
Yeah, it really has. It really has.
1st and 5. They're going to move the ball up to the 17.
Braswell still in. Flanking Bradford.
Bradford doesn't like the defensive set. They're stacking the box bit. They got 3 men down. The linebackers are creeping up.
Yeah, they're showing blitz in all the gaps.
If we can get Braswell on the outside edge, he can cut and go.
He can.
Braswell takes it on a draw, and a big defensive lineman just wraps him up and wrestles him down.
And that's been the thing. You know, these guys on the line up there are huge. There were some big old boys. So, and of course, he's giving up size and weight. He'll find that hole in a minute, Randy, and I think he'll just shoot right through that thing.
13:45 to go in the first half. The Scots trail by 3 inside the red zone now in Langston territory. After that play, that'll move them back a bit. 2nd down and 5. Ball's on the 17. Braswell still in the ball game. Bradford looking to pass. Decides to tuck it. And he's wrestled down. He's thrown down, but they're going to move the chains. He gets up to the 13-yard line, and it'll be a 1st down for the Scots.
Good decision. Good decision that time. He wanted to throw the ball. He really did, but, hey, nice job taking what the defense gives you.
A hole opened up there on the left-hand side, and he saw it.
Take what the defense gives you. If we can get 5 every time, let's do it.
But Bradford's going to need some help. He can't do it all by himself. 1st and 10, going up with a hurry-up offense. Bradford throws it out to the numbers. It's tipped twice and knocked down incomplete.
Man, that could have been crucial right there. Glad it hit the ground and not an orange receiver's hand.
Jeremiah Bingham was out there looking for it. He had no way to get to it because it had already been tipped twice before it even got close. Clock will stop 13:03 in the second period. Ball's on the 12. 2nd down. Dakota Braswell flanking Bradford. They hand it off to Braswell right up the gut, and he slips a tackle and falls forward across the 10. That's what we're talking about right there, Donald. He may go into that scrum and in that pile, but when he pops out, he's going to find some yards.
That little shiftiness is, man, it's hard to catch hold of.
Now the workhorse coming in. D. Considerable size difference. D, 215 pounds. Dakota Braswell, 160 pounds.
Giddy up workhorse. Here we go. Let's fade the base. They put him in, and you know everybody's keyed on him right here. So I wouldn't be surprised if he goes RPO or play action right here.
Clock rolling with 12:22 on it here in the first half. Scots trail by 3, trying to put 6 on the board here. Braswell looking to pass. Finds a man in the corner of the end zone. It gets twisted up. It'll be incomplete. That's good coverage by the defense there. Getting the receiver was coming to the inside, and the defender stayed with him to keep from coming back around.
He did. And when it looked like they may not have been all the way on the same page, too. Bradford kind of threw it to a back shoulder, and Horn couldn't turn around because the defender was right there. Just didn't work out the way we wanted it to. Let's see if Nacho can tie the old ball game up right here.
Straight up. Looks like it's going to be a 26-yard field goal attempt. Right down the middle. Ball's rolled down, and it's tipped off the kick, and it is not any good.
Them little things right there. It's the little things that'll bite you. Let's hope that don't cost us the football game. But good methodical drive. Pound, run the football, get down here, and not being able to produce points is really tough.
Put the ball on the 20-yard line, and that's where the Langston Lions will take over. 12:07 left to go in the first half of play. Langston leads the Scots by 3. Rolls out, finds a man there, catches the football. That's going to be Trayvon Billington. He's going to push forward for about a yard. That's a lot of what we would call east-west running.
Right.
For not a whole lot of production.
Ran a lot of yards for not a big gain. Got 2 in the back.
They hand it off to the tailback. He finds a little wiggle room, gets across the 25 and rode down at about the 27-yard line.
Chris Race again. He's right there. You know, that's one little small, compact linebacker that's waiting to lay the lick. He wants to find you in the hole. He wants to hit you. Great tackle that time.
Shakari Jackson, senior running back, 5'7", 175 pounds, out of Montgomery, Alabama. You know, we talk a lot about Texas and high school football with a lot of tradition and things like that. Collegiate football out of Alabama is massive.
Massive.
Empty set. Quarterback takes it himself. He gets the first down, but he's going to pay for it, getting drove down by a whole host of white jerseys for the Scots.
Yeah, it'd be hard to give any one person a credit on that tackle, but Randy, the tackle came a little too late. It was a designed run the whole way, empty backfield. I guess he just timed it just right, and we just couldn't grab hold of him in time.
Harrington getting the nod today. Was supposed to be the freshman, Tristan Randall, but I haven't seen him on the sideline either, just like you have. Harrington's done a good job with Langston this afternoon. He's looking right, comes back left, coverage, and he's going to get run out of bounds just shy of the 40. He was looking for a receiver down the field, but Scott's defensive backfield did great in the coverage.
Locked down corners. The corners had him locked down there. He didn't have time before a lineman grabbed hold of him, so the best thing he could do was run out of bounds.
They're going to say contact was while he was inbound, so the clock will continue to roll. 2nd down and 6, balls on the 37, near side hash. Fakes the handoff. Harrington takes it right up the gut. Draw play, gets up to the 41-yard line, producing a few more yards, picks up 4.
Down by number 36, Markel Crawford.
Nice little option play there.
It's warm out here this afternoon, Donald. We got hands on hips already.
Yeah, and the bigger guys, you know, the defensive, you don't want to keep your defense on the field long periods of time right now.
And we've got some movement. I was thinking they might have drawn us off sides, but the offensive lineman on the far side over there, he flinched a bit.
He caused our guys to jump across. There we go. Hey, there hadn't been many penalties in this game, so we'll take all of them.
They've been big ones, though.
Yeah, they have. We've had a 15-yarder against them. We've had
a couple of 5-yards that extends our drive.
Yep. And here they are moving themselves backward. Everything's working in the Scots' favor as far as penalties go. Let's see if we can take advantage of some of these opportunities that they're allowing us.
Empty set. Harrington with pressure in his face, throws it right over the middle, hits him in his hands, and it drops incomplete. Intended for Cameron Mims, and he just could not hold on to it.
Wow, he was wide open, but, hey, Michael Hullett was right there, and, hey, he didn't have much time to get rid of it, so he had to throw the football. Just glad he mishandled it on the receiver side, and the ball hit the ground. Well, question is he going to kick the ball to J.D. Horn again? Or does he kick away from it?
I'd kick away from it.
I would, too. He is a video game. He's just waiting to go off.
Janish, he tried to kick away. He's got Horn on the run, picks it up at the 31. That just gives him momentum, and he's going to fall forward close to the 45-yard line.
It's just, you got to about be a spark plug. He just ran 15 yards to go catch the football and then had to turn and run up the field. So, good return. They're going to put it at
looks like the 44.
44.
8:55 to go in the first half of play. The Scots trail it by 3.
A little different look this time, coming back with Bradley D. I thought maybe we should have used D a little bit earlier in that last drive.
A little bit more?
A little bit more, yeah.
Twins to either side. D's going to flank Bradford to his left. And they're going to fake it to D. Bradford right up the gut. Nice draw play by the quarterback. The design quarterback draw gets into Lion territory, and he's going to be brought down at the 48.
Nice option run that time. He knew from the start he was going up the gut. Big guys up front dug him a hole, and he got in it.
2nd down and 2 after an 8-yard carry by Bradford on the first play of this drive.
Trips to the right. D still in the game flanking him.
Looking to pass. Has a man out by the numbers. It's caught, and we're going to move the chains. Nice pitch and catch there out to Xavier Long. Another freshman out of Jackson, Tennessee. We're moving the chains deeper into Langston territory.
We've moved the ball pretty well so far. So far, we just hadn't been able to capitalize.
Under 8 minutes to go in the first half. Scots trailing by 3. They're on the march. Hands it off to D. Right up the gut. Gets up to the 40-yard line. Going to be a gain of about 3.5 yards. If you do that 3 times in a row,
that's first down.
You're good.
Hey, I'm going to tell you right now, that's 3 of the toughest yards you can get. And he ain't avoiding any of the contact or nothing. He's going right up the middle and said, hey, here we go. Let's run the football.
I like how that young man runs football.
I do. I really like his running game.
7:24. Clock continues to roll. High snap. Bradford gets it away, but it's thrown a little high and thrown incomplete.
Yeah, he had to hurry up and get rid of the football that time. He had Devian DeSurise right in front of him. He was about to lay the lumber, so he got rid of the football pretty quick.
And Xavier Long, with that ball thrown that high, he just could not get a handle on it at all.
He jumped up trying to grab it. It just wasn't possible.
That'll stop the clock, 7:17. Also bring up 3rd down and 8 for Lyon College. We need to convert on this 3rd down. Scots have been having a tough time on 3rd down, 0 for 4 so far in the ballgame. Bradley D still in the backfield, flanking Bradford on his left-hand side. Coach Douglas wants to change the play. Bradford checks off. Bradford going to follow D right up the gut, and it's not going to work.
No. He got about 4 that time. Just wasn't enough. Good idea. Good idea. Just wasn't enough. And, hey, is it 4 down territory? Is it late enough in the ball game before the half? Oh, no. Oh, no.
Yeah, Bradford, he got twisted up on the bottom of the pile there.
They got Troxler over warming up.
And that's not good news for the Lyon College Scots and the offense there. Bradford is a workhorse himself, and, you remember when we played Sagu, he made a decision to run the ball several different times, and he come off the field limping several times.
He took a couple of shots, but he never veered from it. It don't look good. They've got the trainers and everybody out here checking Bradford out now. It's okay. We got a 6 foot, 180-pound red shirt sophomore.
West Memphis, Michael Troxler is warming up. Bradford is up.
Looks like a leg or a foot. Right leg, maybe?
He's a tough kid, he is. He's going to have to come off for at least one.
Left leg.
You got to think that he might come off for a couple of plays.
A couple, yeah, he may.
He's walking gingerly, but he is walking under his own power.
Hey, no help, and he's walking off on his own, so that makes a big difference.
Isaiah Bradford, a tough young man. Michael Troxler looking to come out, unless they're going to bring on the punting team. They are.
Okay.
They give Bradford a little bit more time there. They're going to bring Nacho out.
Number 19, Nacho Gomez in punting position for the Scots.
Gomez on the 47-yard line.
Back to receive for Langston, number 82, John Lewis.
See if we can pin him deep here. Nacho coffin corner one right here.
Good snap. Kicks the ball right down the middle of the field, and it's going to hit about, 4 blocks in the end zone.
Touchback. Let's get the defense out here, give our quarterback time to rest, put a good stop together.
You got Bradford on the training table over here looking at what's going on. So it looks like they're working a bit on his knee. Maybe an ankle. But it is that left leg that's going to give him some trouble for the rest of the ball game. But Troxler's warming up.
With Horn, of course. And, Randy, I thought I seen Tristan Randall on the sidelines over here now for Langston. So maybe he
Harrington hands it off, and there's nowhere to go for the running back for the Lions.
Nice defensive play that time.
Allen just could not get anywhere. I mean, he's a freshman. He's young. He's just a little bit bigger than Dakota Braswell. He's got him by 30 pounds, but he didn't have anywhere to go that time.
Nowhere to go. Empty backfield again. 5 wide.
Harrington with a snap. A little low. Comes right over the middle, in and out of the hands. Threw it a little short, really.
And took a shot when he let it go.
Lewis couldn't get to it. I didn't see the shot that he took in the backfield. But
number 66, the same one that just made the tackle a while ago, just laid a shot on the quarterback. It's not on my list.
Connor Brackett.
Okay.
Out of Eagan, Louisiana.
That's him.
Freshman defensive lineman for the Scots. Telling Harrington welcome to Pioneer Stadium.
And he's standing up on the D end. He's a beast.
Having a double team him.
Yeah.
High over the receiver's head. Almost caught.
Man.
It was tipped up a bit. Trayvon Billington, it just pushed it up a little bit, and we almost got it.
Muhammad's fingertips just wasn't long enough. Bounced off his fingertips. At least it hit the ground. I'll tell you what. That freshman, defensive end, he's going to be something to watch. He is going to be something to watch. That's got me excited on the defensive side of the football. He is the size of a grown man, and they are having to double-team him, and he's still causing problems.
Connor Brackett, 6'3", 225-pound freshman out of Eagan, Louisiana.
Nice freshman addition.
Big kid. Not often you see freshmen built like him.
No, and if you do, most of the time they're not that coordinated. They're just beef.
They keep kicking away from Horn. He's got to come back. He's going to let it go.
Yeah.
Ball's going to hit about the 34. Take a little bit of a Langston bounce. Now it rolls a little bit further. They're going to let it stop there about the 23-yard line. Scots will take it over from there. Soccer is playing today. Volleyball is playing today. Baseball is playing today.
It's a beautiful day for college sports.
Well, and thanks to this thing called COVID-19, everybody's playing this spring.
Hey, at least we're getting to play. And I think at the end of March, all the mandates, the mask mandates, are going to get lifted. Everything's
which
looking
is this week.
Yeah, looking like a positive kind of situation going on here. All right, so we pinned them deep, or they pinned us deep. They pinned us deep at the 22-yard line.
Good field flip there for the punter for Langston.
Troxler is under helm this time.
Troxler out of the gun, hands it off to Braswell. He's going to go up the gut.
Number 3, Dakota
He
Braswell
fights forward for about a yard on that play.
Down by number 26, Devin DeRusso.
Bradford over here running on the sidelines. He just grabbed his helmet. He's got that left leg ginger, though.
You can tell he wants in the game, though.
Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
Gain of 1 on the play brings up 2nd down, 9.
2nd 9 for the Scots. Ball's on the 23-yard line. Troxler from the gun with Braswell flanking his left. Fakes the handoff, looks over the middle, has a man there. It's Horn. He's got some room. He's got a step, but the defender caught up with him. A nice pitch and catch from Troxler to J.D. Horn for big yardage.
Hit him right in stride, Randy. He never had to stop running, and now they're trying to go high octane. Here we go.
Ball is spotted, 1st and 10 from the 27-yard line. Langston territory. Under 5 minutes to go. Let's go. High snap, and there's going to be a whistle. Looks like Langston called a timeout real quick before the snap got away. That'll be their 2nd one of this half.
That leaves them 1. They wasn't nowhere near ready. We had them on their heels right there. We had them on their heels. The pitch and catch, man, that was right in stride. And Horn. You know, it reminds me of a old NFL receiver for the New Orleans Saints, old Joe Horn. Hey, he caught the ball, and he was high-stepping, buddy.
Scots trail by 3 here, late in the 2nd period.
Troxler still in after the timeout? No, Bradford just called him over. Hey, brother, it's my turn again.
But look at there. I mean, look at the camaraderie there. The teammates patting him on the head, patting him on the shoulder pad, saying, hey, good job.
It's good to know you got somebody that can step in and lead your team if your leader does get hurt. So,
and just like a good leader, Bradford wants back on the field. And he is. He's going to hand it off to Braswell. Braswell, right off the back of the guard. They can't bring him down. And he's going to push forward for a couple. Looks like a 2-yard gain on that play up to the 25-yard line. 4:33 to go here in the first half. The Scots still trail by 3. Gain of 2, 2nd and 8 from the 25 in Langston territory. Gomez warming up here over on the sideline in case they need him. Bradford, 3-step drop. Has a man over by the sideline, and he has to dive for it. It falls incomplete.
There we go. Number 26, our guy was laying face down, and number 26 just came over, just shoved his face into the turf. So that's going to cost Langston 15 more yards, and
looks like Coach Morgan over there, he's getting into him too.
He needs to. That was not very good sportsmanship right there. Even though I know, as an official, there's a lot of talking.
Devin Duraceau gets the 15-yarder called against Langston. That'll push the Scots closer. They'll be in the end zone now. And he just reported that's his first unsportsmanlike conduct penalty. So if he gets a second one,
it's over.
He'll be tossed.
His day's over. Yeah. You bet. Bradford stays in, and
he'll be what we call disqualified for the rest of the game if that happens.
Right.
Coach Douglas
is plumb past the numbers. Yeah, he's plumb past the numbers, calling timeout.
He's not happy about something. Telling his squad to come over here. That'll be the second one for the Scots.
He is tearing his receivers up.
Four minutes, 8 seconds to go. It's an abbreviated season, Donald, but still, with this many games under your belt, you shouldn't be confused about where you need to go.
No. By now, you've had enough study time and enough play time, real game time to not be confused. And it looked like Devontae White at that time was just confused, and Coach was trying to get it to him before he had to use the timeout, and he couldn't. So he used the timeout, and he spent a few minutes with him to explain what he was thinking.
4:08 left to go before the half. The Scots trail at 3-0 against Langston. Coach Douglas is done talking to him. He's ready to play.
He slid Carson Douglas in over there. Got Horn in the slot. And Dylan White, wide right.
Dakota Braswell still in the backfield.
As the officials get their position.
This crew takes their time. They don't get in a hurry for anything.
No rushing. No rushing. The referee whistles it back into play here.
See what Bradford does on this one. Looks right, has a man there. That's going to be Dylan Wyatt. It's going to be a gain of about 4 on the play.
Nice little screen. Nice little two-step drop. Throw the football play right there.
And Wyatt was ready for it.
He was.
Wyatt, 175-pound sophomore out of Barling, Arkansas. Looks like he played over at Fort Smith Southside. I believe that's what it is.
Arkansas native.
.332 to go. Clock still rolling. Braswell double wraps the football, goes right up the gut and falls forward to the goal line. He's going to be just short. You can tell he wanted in the end zone.
Just short. Oh, he's wanting to go high octane. He said, come on, get me the ball, get me the ball. He's on the half-yard line.
They got a jumbo set, and they're pushing forward.
We'll take 6.
Bradford falls forward, double wraps the football, and punches it in for 6.
But Dakota Braswell made that happen. And again, with the speed, all of a sudden there's just a little bitty gap, and he hit that sucker and turned it into something.
Very elusive back, scat back there, Dakota Braswell, and they let Bradford get it in. He's still a little ginger off that left-hand leg, but I bet he ain't feeling no pain right now with 6 on the board.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Gomez set to kick it. Troxler's going to hold it.
Let's see what Nacho does.
Need some good coverage up front. Another rolling snap. Not sure who the long snapper is, but that's 2 in a row. They rolled it to him.
Troxler handled it.
But Nacho puts it up, and it is 7-3 with 3:08 to go here in the first half. Lyon College takes the lead. We're going to take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back with more. It is 7-3 in favor of Lyon College. Put together a nice drive. Dakota Braswell really getting us towards the end zone there on a big play. Bradford, quarterback Isaiah Bradford, knocks it in from half a yard out and takes the lead against the Langston Lions here late in the second quarter.
Well, Troxler's got to get some of the credit for that. Him and Horn, the pitch and catch, the nice run down the field. And then again, the mishandled snap. He was able to take the snap, hold the ball down so Nacho could give us a 4-point lead instead of a 3-point lead.
Nacho's kick is up. Nice end-over-end kick. It's going to go into the end zone with the wind in his face. What a kick by Nacho Gomez. That'll put the Langston Lions back on the 25-yard line. Michael Troxler. That one to Horn was a 50-yard completion. Isaiah Bradford is 3 of 10 for 19 yards on the afternoon. Bradley D, 8 rushes for 46 yards. Bradford, 5 for 26. And Braswell, 8 for 5 so far on the stats. I think it's a little behind.
Yeah, it's got to be a little bit.
3:08 to go here in the first half. Scots lead it by 4. Harrington still in the ball game. Hands the ball off to Jakari Jackson. He gets upended around the 30-yard line.
Dorian Edens.
He got hit hard.
Seen him coming over there. Edens said, hey, I'm the last line of defense. You go no further.
It's a 5-yard gain there for Jackson. 2nd down and 5 from the 30. Right up the gut, out of the backfield. Jackson one more time. He's going to fall forward for 1.
And again, in the backfield, causing problems is Connor Burkett.
And number 66, Connor Brackett.
He is on every play now, Randy. He's either been around the ball or around the quarterback.
And he's a freshman.
He is. And he keeps switching sides. He'll go from the left end to the right end. And man, he's a grown man.
5-step drop. They pitch it. Catches. Ball complete to Billington. He pushes forward across the 40 up to the 43-yard line, and they move the chains.
Got to stop trying to arm tackle. Keep trying to grab them and bring them down to the ground. You got to wrap them up. Once they got the football, grab them, wrap them up, bring them to the ground.
Minute 46 left to go. Langston, they seem to be satisfied with just letting the clock run out. They don't seem to be in a hurry at all.
Yeah, they're not in a hurry. And
Jackson gets the handle, and he slips down, falls right in the hands of the defender.
Of course. Once again, it's Muhammad. Oh, no, they gave it to Eric Young.
Second down and 11. Ball's on the 42. Langston side of the field. Low snap. Harrington handles it and throws the ball incomplete. Looks like he was looking for Ivory Wheelwright, and he just threw it too far away from him.
He shot a bullet. He shot a bullet that time.
Third down and 11. They're 4 of 9 so far for third down conversions.
Maybe they can make 4 of 10 right here.
We are for the home team, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
Nice pressure in the backfield, but it's caught midfield.
Stopped short of the first down.
It is stopped short of the first down, but they're going to get into Scott territory. Harrington took a shot as he let the ball go.
He did.
Culpepper's in on the stop there. Chris Reese as well. 4th down and 2. Harrington's going to keep it. And now he shows a little bit of anxiousness with 34 seconds to go. They're going to stop the clock and move the chains. As soon as they get it set, they'll start it again with 33 seconds to go.
Stennett again in on the tackle. Stenett's the one who laid the shot on him, Randy. He is a ball hawk. He is smelling the football right now, and he wants it.
Langston wants to take a timeout to stop the clock with 33 seconds to go. They feel like you got to think they feel like they could maybe punch it in here with just a few seconds left on the clock before the half.
Maybe, or it's one of them things. Hey, don't make no big turnover. We're going to run the ball right here. There's 33 seconds left. Let's do what we can and don't force nothing. That, and he can't reuse some timeouts after the half anyway. You might as well burn it.
Lyon College will be honoring seniors next Saturday here at Pioneer Stadium. We'll be taking on Oklahoma Panhandle State. It'll be a 2 o'clock football game. We'll be honoring Cameron Collins, Eric Young, Drew Sanger, also Nacho Gomez, part of our senior squad, Jalen Patton, Rush Warren. And I believe that's all the seniors on our roster.
We're young.
We are.
No, that's one of them. I think we can score timeouts, Randy.
Harrington.
Nice coverage down the field. Wrap him up, boys.
Caught up in the backfield. He's just going to have to throw it away after he's flushed out of the pocket. That was Rush Warren, who was giving him pressure off the backside.
Nice defense. Nice defense. And Muhammad's there again, of course. Bala Muhammad. He's a ball hawk.
2nd and 10. Ball's on the 46 in Scott territory. That will stop the clock with 21 seconds left. Lots of hands on hips out there, Donald.
Warm.
On both sides of the football.
Yes, warm out there.
Empty backfield. Harrington's alone. 3-step drop. Looking to the right. Has a man there, and it's picked off. It's picked off.
Cameron Collins.
We just talked about him. The senior
we
from
did.
Van Buren, Arkansas, comes and get a big pick here right before the half.
Yes, he did. That was an awesome pick. Awesome play. He read the football. He baited the quarterback to throw to that receiver. He sat there patiently. Once the ball was released, he hawked it. He went straight over there and picked the football off, Eddie. Nice play by Collins.
He's an electric young man off the field, and he just shows he can be electric on the field, too.
Well, to be 5'9" and to be a DB, you got to be something, all right? You hear me? And the spark plug is a good answer for that.
Well, he had a good mentor on the field, too, in Stephen Benedict.
He did.
The first couple of years.
Yes.
Cam came in
Yes.
a couple of years after Stephen did, and Cam has just followed suit right there with what Stephen used to do. Cam, a great kid, great defensive back, and a great young man. And it looked like we were going to try to kneel the football there, and Bradford mishandled the snap. They're fighting for it under there.
And the ruckus, let's see.
Langston says they have it, so does the referee.
Oh, no.
Was a fumble on the play.
Fumbled a snap on a.
They were just going to kneel the football and let the clock run out because Langston didn't have any more timeouts.
Yeah.
That was just a miscue there.
Sometimes you think maybe they should go underneath center. But if you're not used to that center quarterback exchange, that could be a problem too. So
it just, a mundane play, something that should be routine like that, can really cost you if you're not fully paying attention.
It really
to what's going on.
It really can. You take those for granted sometimes.
Langston with an opportunity with 11 seconds here, deep in Scott territory off the fumble recovery to possibly score. Prevent defense by the Scots. Harrington looks left. He throws it way too high, and it's picked again. Scots with another interception, back-to-back. Jemiah Sedler-Watts picks that one up for the Scots, and that's the end of the first half. What a high note to end after the miscue for the Scots going into the intermission.
Very high note. Very high note. Hold on.
They're just saying that is the end of the second quarter, so it is halftime.
It is halftime. Okay, we're going to go to halftime. Nice play.
Scots lead it 7-3 here after 2 periods of play in a game that's been a big defensive struggle.
A very, very big defensive struggle.
Well, we're going to take an extended timeout, and we'll come back and recap the first half, and we'll have the second half after the intermission as well. Scots lead it 7-3 over the Langston Lions here on the Scots Sports Network. Fans, we are at halftime here at Pioneer Stadium as the Lyon College Scots have the lead over the Langston Lions by a score of 7-3. Let's talk about a few halftime stats, if you would. First downs, Langston has 7. Lyon College has 9. On the ground, the Scots have put 22 carries on the ground for 74 yards. Langston 16 rushes for 51 yards. In the air, it's closer. Lyon College has 69 yards off 11 attempts and 4 completions. Langston has 65 yards off of 21 attempts and 10 completions with 2 interceptions. Total offensive plays, Lyon College 33 for 143 yards. Langston 37 plays, 116 yards. Langston has fumbled the football. Lyon College fumbled the football, too. I don't know if they got that stat on the wrong side there. But
no, they got it.
Fumble.
Yeah, they got Lyon, one fumble, 1 loss.
And so Bradley D, he came in the first period and really worked hard. We called him the workhorse there early on. And then he came out of the ball game, and Dakota Braswell stepped up and started producing for the Lyon College Scots as well. But D on 8 carries has 46 yards. He had 1 for 20 yards. He's averaging 5.8 yards per carry. Bradford, the quarterback, 6 carries for 23 yards and a touchdown. His longest one was 9 yards. He averaging 3.8 yards. Dakota Braswell, his longest run was 8 yards, but he's been caught up in the backfield several times. Off 8 carries, he's only got a net 5 yards.
Right.
On that, too. But he's the one that actually really punched us close to the end zone for the score late in this first half.
Right. 2 major things, that really catch my eye at the half here. Of course, the first one is 49-yard reception by J.D. Horn. That made a big difference in the game. And then the other one is the penalties. Randy, they have 5 penalties for 42 yards, and Lyon has 0 penalties for 0 yards. That's almost half of a football field. If you give a team half of a football field, they should be beating you by at least 4 points. So those 2 stats right there, 2 of the things that really caught my eye in the first half, Randy.
Larry Harrington, the quarterback for Langston, leading the rushing way for the Lions. 7 carries for 28 yards. He's averaging 4 yards per carry. Kerry Jackson, 7 carries, 20 yards. He's averaging 2.9 yards per carry. Now, Michael Troxler came in the second period when Isaiah Bradford went down, when he was nursing his left leg a little bit. He connected with J.D. Horn for a 50-yarder, which set up Braswell to get closer to the end zone, which set up Bradford to punch it in from a half-yard out.
That was definitely a team effort.
Horn has 2 catches for 60 yards, and one of those, the big 50-yarder there from Troxler. Bradford is 3 of 10 for 19 yards on the afternoon. Xavier Long's caught 1 for 5, and Dylan White 1 for 4. Trayvon Billington's caught 3 catches for 23 yards. London Matthews on the other side of the football, 2 catches for 23 yards. Gomez has flipped the field twice, 2 punts for 74 yards. He's averaging 37, and he's got a touchback as well in one of them. And he missed a field goal early on in the game as well. The snap was rolled to him, and we saw that on a PAT too. The long snapper having a bit of trouble getting it to the holder Troxler to set up a good kick for Nacho Gomez this afternoon.
Right.
J.D. Horn, 2 returns on the punting side of the football for 49 yards. The longest was 36. Gave us some good field position there in the second period as well. On the tackling side, defensive side of the football, Chris Reese leading the way with Connor Brackett. They both have 4 tackles total. Culpepper has 3, and Darius Anderson has 3. Devin Dussault has 5 tackles for Langston. Amari Wynn has 4. Lauren Young has 4, and Jamal Dorsey has 3 as well. Langston scored first. Hunter Elliott had a 27-yard field goal attempt, made it 3-0 at that point. Bradford got a touchdown late in the second period with 3:08 to go there too, and Gomez dotted the I there, and we are 7-3. Not a high-scoring game. Langston came out, drove down the field quite well on the Lyon College defense, but ever since then, both defenses on both sides of the ball have really bowed their neck and stepped up. It's been a defensive struggle ever since.
It has been. It's been a back-and-forth defensive game. Two big plays at the end of the half there, the 2 interceptions that the Scots got, I thought was awesome. Just another example of why you play to the clock ends. Defensively, though, both teams have been punching back and forth. We get the ball back after the half, Randy.
Yes, we do.
I think
we deferred to the second half.
I think now would be the time to make a statement.
Well, we get the interception. We go to kneel the football because Langston's out of timeouts. We mishandle the snap, create a fumble. Langston gets the football back. We get another interception right after that. So the momentum, even though we had a bit of a letdown in a couple of plays, the momentum is still swinging to our side, even coming out of halftime.
It really is. And now if we could score early, we might be able to let a little bit of air out of their sail. You know, if we score the football here, they're going to be playing from behind. They're going to think, hey, we can't run the football as much.
It'll be a two-possession game.
Yeah, we're going to have to start throwing the ball. We're going to have to gain some yards. So maybe in that aspect of the game, we may be able to put it away if we can score here early.
Lyon College back out of the locker room. Langston back out as well. It's 7-3 here, and let's take one more timeout. Lyon College on top. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back with the second half here on the Lyon Sports Network. Coming out of halftime, Lyon College has the advantage, 7-3 over the Langston Lions. And on paper, Donald, Lyon College is really dominating the stats on their side, but this ball game is really close right now.
It really is. It's a 4-point game. It's been a defensive fight back and forth.
Lyon College deferred at the coin toss, and so they will get the ball here to start the second half. J.D. Horn back deep to receive, as well as Xavier Long. Set to kick, it's going to be Hunter Elliott for Langston.
In kicking position for Langston. Back deep to receive from the Scots. Number 15, J.D. Horn.
Wonder if they kick it away from Horn.
I would.
I would too, but right now I hope they kick it right to him and he blows it wide open right here.
I'd like to see him break a big one open.
And
second half's underway.
Here we go.
Horn's going to take it at about the 9-yard line. 15,
He's got
20,
the wedge.
25. He spins away from a tackler, but they get him down just shy of the 30-yard line. Looks like they're going to bring him down at the 28.
Did
the
you
Scots
see
will
that?
take it first and 10.
Stallings Jr. made a tackle, but did you see who was there with him to make that tackle? The kicker. Number 89 ran down there and tried to lay the lumber on Horn. He said, you got me once, you won't get me again.
Bradford coming back out. Also, Bradley D will be back in the backfield. I like how that young man runs. Good power back.
I do. Yeah, he's a beast. Kind of reminds me of an old Marshawn Lynch with the dreadlocks, you know, and the wide frame. Here we go.
They're going to hand it off to D. Going to go off the left-hand side. Got a little bit of room. He's going to get tripped up, though, right around the 34-yard line. Going to be a nice gain of about 6 on the play.
Nice 6-yard gain. They blitzed. They tried to run gap blitz that time, and when they did, of course,
Yeah, D comes up limping a little bit. Braswell's going to check out. They blitzed into the interior gaps there, Donald. They left the outside gaps
wide open.
and that's where he got the room.
They did. Cramp. Yeah, I think D's cramping. He's over there doing the cramp thing where you fold your foot up.
And maybe why we hadn't seen him a whole lot in the
Maybe.
second period. Braswell with the football right up the middle. Across the 35-yard line and brought down at the 36. He's going to be shy about 3 yards of the first down marker. That'll bring up third down for the Scots. Titus Nelson going to check in. A big fullback there. He's 5'7", 245 pounds out of Baton Rouge, Louisiana.
Big old feller.
Yes, he is.
And he is right in front of Bradford.
Handed off to Braswell. And they're going to wrap him up. His forward momentum took him just past the line of scrimmage. Might have gained 1 on that. Not a whole lot more.
The defender back here kind of, I don't know, needs to get his head in the game. He acts like that play right there just won the Super Bowl, and it didn't.
That will bring up fourth down and 1. Nacho Gomez is going to step out.
Number 19, Nacho Gomez in
You know, being
for the Scots.
I never want to sound like I'm second-guessing anything, but being 0 for so far on the season with how Langston is struggling with how our offense is playing, I would like to see a little bit more aggression and go for it here with 4th and 1.
It wouldn't hurt.
But I understand, go ahead and kick the football.
On this end of the field with the lead, yeah, you don't want to give them any advantage at all. Run the clock down as low as you can.
High snap for Gomez. He gets it off, end-over-end kick.
Nice kick.
And it's going to be picked up at the 23, and we wrestle him down right there. He didn't have anywhere to go as a coverage team. Came in and got down Lewis. And, I mean, we had a couple of guys just headhunting back there.
They was all over him. They was all over him. And it's a good way to change the field position right there. We got one.
Quadarian Jones
cramping here or hurting.
He stood up and tried to walk off, and it looks like he may be cramping up a little bit there. Training staff for Lyon College does a good job. They're out checking him out, telling him to get up. If it is a cramp, let's walk it off.
Yeah, you got to keep fluids, got to keep hydrated, especially on, most of the time football's played in a different time of the year. It's nowhere near this warm. It starts off warm, but as the season grows, it gets cooler. Well, it's kind of backward here. When season started, it was a little cooler, and now it's aggressively getting warmer. I think it's just a cramp. He's up and walking.
I'm going to tell you, when I get those Charlie horses in the middle of the night,
hey,
man.
You need a whole training squad to come up and get up and walk it off.
And these athletic guys who are working out day in and day out, their muscles are working like this. When they lose that much water, and I mean those cramps hurt.
Yes, they do.
They really do. Some people might say, "Well, it's just a cramp." You ever had a full body cramp?
Here we go.
1st and 10, Langston, and they're going to blow it dead. Looks like we might have had some movement.
We had some false start. Yeah.
Offensive lineman there for Langston. Austin McDade, a freshman out of Oakland, California, causes the flags to fly, and that'll back them up 5. 1st and 15 from the 29 now. 12:29 to go here in the third period of play. Scots, they lead it by 4 points. They're going to hand it off to the tailback. That's Jackson. He'll fall forward to the 20 before he's rode down and tackled.
And there he is again. I mean, this freshman, number 66, Connor Brackett, man, he has been a ball hawk. He's been in the backfield. He's been in on the tackles. And I mean, he's even tied for the most tackles on the game right now with 4.
Well, add one more, that's 5.
That makes it 5. So now he's leading.
And he's a freshman, folks. He'll be with us for a while. Little bubble pass out to the left. He got some room. 1st down across the 40, 45, 50. He's got only 2 men to beat, and he's going to go all the way, at least up to the 10-yard line. They're going to run him out at about the 8-yard line. And that is going to go to Ivory Wheelwright. And he just chewed up a lot of space. I don't think the Scots were ready for that.
I don't think so. Plays like that tend to hurt you. They'll flip the whole atmosphere of the ball game.
At the Lyon College 8-yard line, 1st and goal, Langston.
And Langston going with a bit of a hurry-up look here, a hurry-up feel. Harrington hands it off to Jackson. Oh, you heard the pads pop up here. He got hit by Cole Peppers. And Peppers said, no, I didn't like that last run, so boom, says the defense for the Scots.
No gain on the play, brings up 2nd down, goal to go.
It's one of those I'm surprised everybody in the stands didn't go, ooh.
Ooh, yeah.
2nd down and goal to go. Ball's on the 8-yard line. Quarterback's going to keep it. And he's going to fall forward into the end zone.
Boy.
Harrington in from 8 yards out. He found a gap and just filled it up with himself and fell forward into the end zone.
Our defense didn't come out with the intensity that they had when they went in. It's like they're back on their heels or something now and trying to catch up.
Number 89, Hunter Elliott in kicking position for the Lions.
See if Hunter Elliott can dot the I here for the Lions. Makes it 9-7. It'll be back to a 3-point lead if he can hit the exclamation point here. And he does. 10-7. Langston Lions back on top by 3 with 10:35 left to go in the third. Let's take a 60-second timeout. And we'll be back with more. 10:35 left to go in the third, and Langston strikes again on their first drive of the second half. 10-7 is our score. The Scots trail now by a field goal one more time. J.D. Horn back deep with Xavier Long for the Scots. Elliott kicking it off. Low kick while the upbacks touches it. He's going to grab it. Says hit up the wedge. And he falls forward to about the 30-yard line. That's going to be Hunter Ballard, freshman out of Medina, Tennessee, on the return.
Randy, it was a low line drive kick right at the upbacks there. And
I mean, it was
just a swirly. Wasn't a very good kick, but it ended up working out all right.
Scots will take it over 1st and 10 from the 30-yard line. D back in the ball game. Work the cramps out. He's going to flank Bradford on the left-hand side. D's going to have the football. Dive play. He gains about 3 on the play. Gets up to the 33-yard line.
We don't have to hurry. We're in no rush. We just need to put together a good drive right here. Keep their defense on their heels. Keep them on the field. Wear them out right here.
2nd down, 7.
Trips over here to the near side. B flanking Bradford on that side as well. Bradford goes right, and it's almost picked off.
Man.
That was close.
Yes,
that was
it was.
Closer than horseshoes, I'll tell you that. It was intended for Dylan White, but defensive back read that all the way, just like we did on the interception down here a while ago.
Yeah, same scenario. Good thing he dropped it. He didn't have nothing but green grass in front of him, rather.
Sure did. Talk about getting behind the A-ball.
Boy.
The momentum is really – we
like
talked about
shifted.
letting the air out of the sails for Langston, but they've let the air out of the sails for Lyon right now.
They really have. Let's see if our guys can get it back together here.
3rd down. 3rd and 7. Ball on the 33. Bradford's going to put Braswell in motion. Bradford's going to take it. Quarterback dive, and he's hit hard. He's going to gain about 2 on the play up to the 35-yard line.
He was brought down by number 6.
Going to bring up 4th down. Nacho Gomez with a punting unit will come out onto the field.
Nacho Gomez.
You know, Randy, I wonder, they've stayed with Larry Harrington the whole way as their quarterback. They got Tristan Randall listed as the starter. I didn't hear anything about him during the half or anything, and I seen him back over there on the sideline. So
Gomez punt gets underway. It's fielded around the 20-yard line. They're going to chase him down the 25. It's only a 5-yard return there for John Lewis.
Theodore Sarver on the tackle there.
Brought down by number 49, Theodore Sarver.
That's as good as a touchback.
Yes, it is. Sarver wrapped him up right there and took him down.
$8:55 to go here in the third. Scots defense need to look to bow their back a little bit and make a stand.
Well, if we can get that momentum back here, big turnover right here, something, let the defense help the offense get fired up.
Harrington with a low snap, picks it up, hands it off to the tailback. He's going to roll around the left-hand side, and a little extracurricular activity going on here in the backfield.
He was brought down by number 7, Cameron Collins.
But it is going to be a first down. Collins on the stop.
It seems like they're picking on that left-hand side over there. That's where they've got all their yards at, Randy, the far side of the field.
Ball will be spotted at the 43-yard line. First and 10 for Langston. Harrington, all the time in the world, gets the ball off and almost caught. He had a man down about 60 yards downfield, and it fell incomplete, just a little short.
We had two receivers beating on it in a dead run over there, and just luckily enough it didn't get caught. But it also looks like Larry Harrington may be hurt a little bit.
And there is a flag on the play.
It's on the far side over there.
They're going to say that Amari Stinnett got caught up and interfered with the reception, so that'll be a 15-yarder from the original line of scrimmage. That'll put the ball over into Scott territory now. First and 10 for Langston from the Lyon College 44.
You know, Randy, I thought it was 15, but it wasn't. They did that at the spot of the foul. I thought that was a 15-yard penalty in college football. Not a spot foul.
Number 36, Dwayne Nicholas.
Nicholas on the carry there. Nowhere to go. He loses about 3 yards. Bring up second down and 13.
We still got them down. Got 2 sticks to cross, so 13 yards for a first down. Maybe we can hold them right here and then get good field position back.
Second and long. Langston. It's a man in motion. It's going to be Billington. Harrington looks left, has driven right, and the ball is thrown near the sideline, and they're going to say he went. No, it is complete up to the 40-yard line, and that's going to be Nicholas who picks up the football there, and he tight-roped there on the sideline to stay in bounds with the catch.
Yes, he did. He made a pretty good catch.
40-yard line brings up third down, 6.
4-yard gain on the play, 3rd and 6 from the 40. Scots with a 4-man front. Harrington over the middle, connects, and it's going to be a first down.
Harrington's pass was complete to number 18.
Going to connect there with Amon Neal.
Over
to
the
the 20-yard line.
Yeah, over the middle. That middle was wide open that time. He just threw it right to him.
Cameron Collins on the stop there, but damage is done. They'll move the chains right at the red zone. .6:44 to go. Now Langston trying to make it a 2-possession game. Harrington swings it. Left side. Falls forward to the 10-yard line. Up to the 9. And it'll be another first down.
To number 17, Trayvon Billington. He was brought down by a plethora of Scots.
They're going with the little short passes. That's you know, gaining big yards.
A little bubble screen, little swing pass here, there. You know,
get the ball to the playmakers. Let them make plays.
And they are. First and goal, ball's on the 9-yard line. Langston once again getting close to the end zone. Harrington moves Jackson to the right side. They're going to hand it off to Jackson. He goes left. He's got a hole, and he's knocked down at the 1-yard line. He's going to be short of the end zone.
It looks like our
defense for the Scots.
Yeah, it's like it's deflated. They didn't shift. He got to the second and third lines of defense that time.
And now Harrington bowls over, and no signal yet. Now it is a touchdown. Harrington in the end zone for the Langston Lions.
Well, instead of us going up 2 scores,
now Langston has. 16-7 is the score now. Lions trying to extend it by 10. Hunter Elliott comes on for the PAT.
Number 89, Hunter Elliott in kicking position for the Lions.
Still a lot of football to be played. See if we can get this momentum to swing the other way here. Do something good offensively.
Ellington's kick is up, and it is good. 17-7 is the score. The Scots trail now by 10 against the Langston Lions. Let's take a 60-second timeout. We'll be back with more. Scots trail it by 10 with 5:32 to go in the third. Horn and Long back deep to receive for Lyon College. And the Scots' body language has definitely changed.
Yes, it has.
Actually, Braswell was back.
Braswell was back. Yeah,
he's going to let it go in the end zone, bring it out to the 25.
The kick goes into the end zone for a touchback. Ball will be spotted at the Lyon College 25-yard line. 1st and 10, Scots.
Coach Douglas, the offensive coordinator, talking to his squad before they get out on the field. Troxler back out there.
A little change, a little something different, huh?
Michael Troxler, 6 foot, 180-pound sophomore out of West Memphis. Fakes the handoff to D, and he gets rolled over from the blind side.
Brought down behind the line of scrimmage by number 12, Lauren Young.
And now
Lauren Young makes the tackle. Now he's laying face first on the turf. He got up, took a couple steps, and then laid down on his face, took his helmet off.
hopefully it's just a cramp. That's what it looks like.
Yeah, they're doing the cramper size there.
Yeah. I mean, we said this at the beginning in the pregame show, Donald, that cramps would probably come into play just as how muggy it is outside today.
The heat, the humidity, you have got to stay hydrated. It don't, even when it doesn't feel like it's that hot, it'll still take a toll on you. But yeah, they're doing the
hamstring stretch. That's one of those that you just got to stretch out a bit and then get up and get off the field for
That's
a
all
second,
you can do. Know? That's all you can do.
He's trotting right off the field, so whoever gets you some Gatorade, get back in it.
Get hydrated.
Second down and 15 on the loss of 5. Troxler was rolled over.
Somebody forgot their assignment on the front line.
D back in the ball game. He's blocking. Troxler passing across the middle. Finds a man there at the 25-yard line. He's going to fall forward. Devontae White there up to around the 29-yard line. Third down and 6 now for the Scots from their own 29-yard line. Under 5 minutes to play in the third. We trail it by 10. 17-7 is the score. Troxler trying to get the hard count going. Checks off.
Man in motion.
Yeah, we moved.
False start on
the guard or the tackle on the near side here was the one that moved. I believe that was Jason. Jason Vacasola. Vacasiola. He's a big kid.
Yes,
when he moves, you can tell it.
It's hard to not see him move.
Third down, 11.
That'll back the Scots up 5 yards. Third and 11 now from the 29.
Let's see Troxler air one out here.
He's going to drop it 3. Looks right, rolls left. And we're going to get a holding call.
You know, Randy, I did not see Horn back out there since halftime.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
That's one of those holding calls you're going to decline, take the fourth down.
Exactly.
That should bring Nacho Gomez and the punting team back onto the field.
Nacho Gomez in punting position for the Scots. Back deep to receive for Langston, number 82, John Lewis.
17-7, 4 minutes left to go here in the third period. Scots trail it, and they're having to punt.
It seems like we came out stale after the half. We hadn't got that big ignition yet.
Ball hits on the 42, rolls past the 30, catch it on the second bounce, and he's upended at the 39-yard line. Langston Lions will take it over there. John Lewis. He let that bounce like the catcher skipping it twice to second base before he caught it.
Yes, he did. Well, let's see if we can pin them deep down here. You know, usually time of possession and field position will win a football game, or it will control the football game. And this one, it just feels like it's back and forth, back and forth. Got the fullback in for Langston. Handoff to number four, Jakari Jackson.
He was brought down by number 6, Bala Muhammad.
And, of course, Langston in no hurry, Randy. They're slowly, methodically running the clock down, running the ball. And this pistol formation, it's really something, you know, you got the fullback in front of the quarterback that way.
Harrington skips it off the ground. The ball skipped off the ground.
And
they gave him the catch.
Gave him the catch. They did.
Ball will be spotted at the Langston 49-yard line.
Must have his hands under it.
10 Lions.
There's going to be an official's timeout here real quick. Looks like they're looking for another football maybe.
The chains.
Something with the chains.
The chains came unhooked, Randy. They're having to rehook the chains up over here. Official's timeout. I thought they might be going to the replay booth.
Don't you wish we had one?
Well, sometimes.
I do on plays like that because it really looked to me like the ball skipped off the ground. But as you say, they got a little bit better look than I do.
They do. They're standing down there with them, aren't they?
1st and 10 for the Lions. Hand the ball off to Jackson. He's going to barrel over it. The defense for the Scots had just lost their win.
Yeah. I mean, they were on fire right before the half. And they just hadn't caught that ignition after the half that they had before the half.
9-yard gain on the play, 2nd and 1. Ball will be placed in Scots territory at the 42. Jackson takes the handoff. He gets across for first down yardage. Actually picks up a gain of about 3 or 4 on the play. And they'll move the sticks one more time.
They're moving down the field again. You know, them methodical drives, Randy, them take the wind out of your sails all by themselves. Not to mention it takes the time off the clock. It makes you where you got to get fired up.
Harrington fakes the handoff. Looks right. Pump fakes it. It's under pressure. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run it. He's going to come out of bounds at around the 30-yard line. It's going to be close to a first down. Matter of fact, he gets up to the 27, and they'll move the chains.
Wow. I think me and Coach both agree he was out at the 30.
They spot the ball at the 27-yard line. 1st and 10 for Langston.
Run out of bounds at the Lyon College 27-yard line. 1st and 10, Langston.
Handoff to the left side of the field. And that's where they've got most of their yards at, Randy. Just running to the left, throwing to the left. They're really picking on that left side of the field.
Dwayne Nicholas, freshman, 5'7", 215 pounds. Cameron Collins brought him down, but he's a big kid. And he said, I'm here to run the football.
At the Lyon College 11-yard line, 1st and 10.
Hands on the hips, every lineman we got. Hands on knees by linebackers. This weather has taken a toll on this defense.
One more time, they're going to hand it off. There to Nichols.
Burkett right there again.
And Brackett brings him down.
Connor Brackett.
And he's been a force to be reckoned with on the defensive side of the football today.
He's been a solid constant. A solid constant all game. He has made, 6, 7 tackles now. They're running the ball away from him. Coach now has put him on the left side over there. Maybe they've caught on. Let's see if Brackett can shut that left side down.
You got to think Coach Will Lawhorn is very happy about Brackett's play today.
You bet.
That is the end of the third quarter.
As they carry it down to the end of the third quarter, Langston's leading 17-7.
Let's take a 60-second timeout, and we'll have the fourth and final period here on the Scots Sport Network. (17-7) going into the fourth and final period of play. Lyon College defense being called on to step up here, make something happen. Harrington hands it off to Jackson. To right side. Bowls over a tackler and gets into the end zone.
Jackson on the carry into the end zone.
Makes it 23-7.
Okay. It's okay. So now let's just settle down, settle in, and put a good drive together.
Number 89, Hunter Elliott.
Elliott looking to get the PAT. Ball's down, kick is up, and it is good. 24-7 is the score. Langston now leads the Lyon College Scots. It's been all Langston the second half, Donald.
All Langston the second half. Lyon has really no stats or no anything. I mean, they got a few tackles, maybe a few rushing yards, but really hasn't put a second half together yet. So let's see if we can't come out in this fourth quarter and do something a little bit different.
Well, we got to find some sort of what you call fire in the belly, I think.
Some kind of
something going on. The defense, it just seemed to just kind of, like you said, get kicked back on their heels and not really bowing their back or bowing their neck, as we like to hear, football coaches say.
Yeah.
And they just.
And I'm thinking
they've let Langston do what they want to.
Yeah, and I think Horn's hurt because now they got Braswell back returning, unless they're just looking for a spark. And I hadn't seen him back out on the field, so, one wide receiver down, but they've got them over there together now. Maybe he'll be coming out on the field. Let's just hope we can put a drive together right here. Maybe get a little something swinging our way.
Elliott going to kick it off. Long and Braswell back deep to receive. Looks like Long's going to take it at the 2. Comes across the 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Wrestled down at the 35-yard line. Actually up to around the 36. Nice return there by Xavier Long.
Yes, it was. I was kind of questioning it a little bit. I'm thinking, that deep, do you let it go through the end zone? And he grabbed that thing and took off with it. All right. As the offense takes the field here, it's Troxler back out as the quarterback, and Horn is back in the game. He's lined up in the slot, and Braswell as the back.
Isaiah Bradford over on the sideline, right next to Coach holding his head. He's limping. Bradford's limping pretty bad.
He has a noticeable limp.
Troxler flanked to the right by Braswell. He's going to hand it off to Coda. Right up the guts. He's going to fall forward. Got tripped up.
2 yard
across the line
gain.
of scrimmage. Picks up 2.
He was brought down by number 95 from Robert Miller.
Second down and 8.
Tight formation.
Troxler flushed out of the pocket. Lost yards, and he slides, and he got just hit there. Looks like they're going to call Marshall Cry there with a unsportsmanlike conduct, hitting after the slide.
They've had a couple of them, you know, and in the one where they rubbed his face in the ground, I don't think that they play easy man football. You know, they're playing tough man football down there. They're doing a few things, trying to get away with a few things. We got another cramp.
The defensive player did not make contact with his helmet. The play is dead at the end of the run, second down.
So, no penalty for targeting. They didn't get no late hit or anything on that. Should have been a late hit penalty anyway. But you can hear the stands.
Yeah, the Lion faithful aren't too happy about that.
No.
But they're going to say he was down at the 42-yard line and no penalty.
No late hit.
The referees are still, they're still talking about it.
I think they're talking about the spot of the ball.
Results of the play, third down.
Third down now.
Third down and 9 from the 42. Coach Douglas not happy about that.
No. Well,
clock going to roll. 13:56 left to go in the game. Scott's looking to do something here. Troxler finds Dylan Wyatt
for the first down.
Close to midfield. He's going to move the chains there. They'll be brought down at the 49-yard line. But let's move the sticks, chew up some of this yardage.
He's out of bounds.
I'm getting the feel that Troxler is more the gunslinger.
First and 10.
More the gunslinger.
I haven't seen him enough to make
I hadn't read, but I mean
an
both.
assessment. Bradford can throw the football, but he likes to run it too.
Yes, he does.
Troxler fakes the handoff, and he's going to run it. Has a big gap to run through. Falls forward to the 40-yard line, and he's going to move the chains by himself.
That's nice when you bust them real quick with a long pass, and then they back up on you and give you plenty of room to run, and you're able to take off and get another first.
First and 10.
A couple of big plays here for Troxler as he's leading the Scots into Lion territory. He's trying to make something happen now. Fakes the handoff, throws it, and it is complete to Drew Sanger. Sanger out of bounds across the 35-yard line.
Big tight end, Drew Sanger.
That's going to be a 5-yard gain for the Scots. Second down and 5 from the 35.
At the 35-yard line brings up second down, 5.
Braswell flanking Troxler on his right. Twin set either side. Fake the handoff. Troxler, he's going to tuck and go. We got a holding call, though, as Troxler comes across the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it looks like the number 60.
He was run out of bounds by number 19.
Ocolis.
Devin Brown.
He's going to get tagged for a hold there, coming around the end.
60 offense. 10 yards from the previous spot. Repeat, second down.
So that'll back him up to the 45-yard line. And looks like it'll be second down and 15.
Replay 2.
Scots with a little bit momentum. Kind of take a kick in the gut here with a penalty. That's a big penalty, too.
That is.
You're driving down the field, a couple of good plays, and all of a sudden, boom, you get hit with a holding call.
Yep, you start with a good momentum and then.
D back in the ball game. Flanking Troxler on his left. He's hands it off to D. D gets pulled down from the backside.
22.
Caught him around the collar there.
On the carry. He was brought down by number 93, Lewis Candler.
Candler, I mean, he got a whole handful of his collar and pulled it back.
He did, almost a horse collar.
Is that one of those where since D kind of turned and rolled and landed on his hip,
Yeah.
it's not considered a horse collar tackle?
No. And he didn't pull straight back on him either. He pulled him over. So
3rd down and 12. Ball's on the 42. Under 12 minutes to go here. The Scots trail 24-7. Troxler out of the pocket. He's going to take it up himself across the 40-yard line. Goes head first to the 35, and it's not going to be enough. It'll bring up 4th down. It'll be, looks like they're going to mark it at the 37.
I'm saying 4 down, go for it. Go for it
at this
right
point,
here.
Go for it, yeah.
I mean, you're across half field. You're too close to kick the ball. Too far away to kick a field goal.
I've seen Nacho hit him from here, though.
I have too, but
it's a struggle. He's got the leg. But I'd much rather have better position on the field goal, though. 4th down, and now they're going to blow it dead. And looks like Langston wanted to take a timeout.
it's hard to get them stopped, wasn't it? You had to come running out there to get the timeout in time.
Let's take a 60-second timeout, and we'll be back with more here on the Scots Sports Network. He's going to try to do it all on his own one more time. He does.
Yeah,
he gets across, and he's going to move the chains across the 30-yard line, brought down to the 29.
Troxler's taking charge.
He's trying to inject. He's trying to inject a little momentum into this ball game.
He is. I can see him stepping up, trying to take leadership.
Redshirt sophomore out of West Memphis, Arkansas. Played for West Memphis High School. And now there's going to be a false start. Umpire called that one.
What's that old song by Paula Abdul? 2 steps forward and 3 steps back or something like that.
Opposites attract, yeah.
I'm kind of feeling like that right now. Every time we take 2 steps forward, we got to take 2 steps back.
3 or 4 sometimes.
Sometimes.
The defense put us in this situation in the 3rd period. We did not have a good defensive ball game in the 3rd period in this, and Langston has put some major points on the board to get us behind the 8 ball at this point.
Right. And now Troxler's trying to, inject a little momentum in the team here, and it's biting us. Every time we turn around, we're getting snake bit.
Hand the ball off to Braswell. He slips a tackler and then gets upended at the 30-yard line. Short gain on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down now. Looks like 2nd and 13 from the 33. Troxler fakes the handoff. He's going to roll out of the pocket. And he gets hit as he lets the ball go, but it's caught. The ball is caught at the 6-yard line. A great catch there by Drew Sanger, the tight end. He just went down the field. He streaked down the field. Troxler had time to see him, and he connected.
Troxler pumped him and told him, go, go. Found him, threw a bullet right to him. Nice catch by Sanger.
1st and goal for the Scots now. Troxler takes the high snap. He's flushed. Looks like he's either going to have to run out of bounds or throw it away. He decides to run out of bounds, and they knock him out at about the 15.
I like what I see from Troxler so far. I like what I see. He comes in and he says, hey, it's just football. Let's play football.
Well, when you have an opportunity, you need to take it.
Take it, man.
With the way, I mean, that says nothing against Isaiah Bradford. He's played a good game.
Great game.
He's taken a couple good shots today, and so you got one more game. You got one more game to play. Why not let your backup quarterback get in several game time snaps here and try to make something happen? And you can show your card to the coach to say, hey, I can do this when you need me to.
I can do this. I'm here for you. And this also gives Isaiah Bradford time, that leg, that left leg that he's been favoring. This gives it time to, hey, let's don't injure it any worse.
Right.
Let's see, can we, give it time to heal.
2nd down and 15. Actually, second down and goal. Ball's on the 15-yard line. Troxler with his squad back. Now, I don't know if they had a cramp on the opposite side or if somebody called a timeout.
We called timeout. We did. Braswell in again. We're not getting to see much of Bradley D here in the fourth.
Braswell intended on the reception. It's tipped away at the line of scrimmage.
Pass was batted down by number 52, Jamal Dorsey.
So it'll fall incomplete. It'll bring up third down and goal from the 15. Sanger going to check out for a minute. Devontae White stepping onto the field. We'll bring White out. Trips to the near side. Troxler looks left, flush left. He's under pressure twice now. Slips another tackle, throws it away, and it's going to fall incomplete. Man, he's kind of elusive back there. He was trying everything he could not to get brought down.
He wasn't going down, and that was good. You know, to take a sack right there would have hurt. Just glad to see him be able to move around the field good enough to be able to get rid of the football and not take the loss.
The ball will be spotted at the 15-yard line off the incompletion. That'll bring up fourth down. Gomez comes onto the field. Troxler's going to hold it. It's going to be placed at the 21. So a 31-yard field goal for Nacho Gomez from the left hash. Ball's down. It's a good snap this time. Kick is up, and the kick is good. 24-10 with 8:54 left to go. Gomez will have the kickoff after this 60-second timeout here on the Scots Sports Network. Jackson back deep to receive. And the Scots doing a little razzle-dazzle. They're going to try to. They're not even going to get it 10 yards. The ball did not go 10 yards. It went about 9 before the Scots touched it. Trying a little onside action here. As some coach say, trickeration was trying to be had there, but Langston's going to get good field position off of this.
Yeah. Do they even know what?
The ball's got to go 10 yards before it's touched by the kicking team. And so Langston gets it right there where it was first touched.
Yes, first touching. At the first touching.
First and 10 in Scots territory for Langston. It'll be spotted at the Lyon College 44-yard line.
It's tough giving them a short field, you know, especially since
the way they've been playing.
Yeah, they've slashed the defense a few times.
Harrington back out on the field. He's got a big fullback in front of him. Now they're shifting the formation. They're going to hand the ball off to Jackson out of the backfield, and he's caught up after a gain of about 4.
This pistol formation, you know, it's something else. Most of the time, you got your backs behind your quarterback. In this formation, you got your fullback in front of your quarterback.
Gain of 4 in the play, 2nd and 6 from the 40. Langston, their offense is in Scott territory with 8:24 to play. Langston leads it 24-10. You're going to hand it off to Jackson. He's going to try to cut up the right side. Gets a first down after a good block, and he's rolled down by Cameron Collins. But he is a big gain. Gets up to around the 20-yard line. So he's now in the red zone for Langston.
And they're moving the sticks.
At the Lyon College 20-yard line, first and 10, Langston.
Defense needs to step up strong right here, Randy. Needs to really bow their neck, put a stop together right here.
First and 10. Switch to formation once again. Low snap. Harrington picks it up. Pressure from the blind side, and he's brought down in the backfield. Cole Peppers brings him down for the sack.
Got us a sack recorded in the books today by one of our big-time defense players, Cole Peppers.
7-yard loss, 2nd and 17 after the sack by Cole Peppers.
At the 27-yard line. Brings up second down, 17.
Get us a stop right here.
That's a little infusion of momentum right there.
That is. That should have that defense fired up now.
One of your leaders on the team stepping up being a leader right there. Harrington tries to go up the gut. The gaps are closed in. He picks up a few, but not a whole lot. Third down and long for Langston.
Somebody's got to leave the field for one play. Their helmet came off. The quarterback.
Who are they bringing in now?
Number 10.
Tristan Randall.
Randall.
He was set to start today, and now we're going to get a look at him. Looks like Randall's going to split wide out. No, I'm sorry. That's a different number.
No, different.
Randall out of the gun. Trips to the near side. Actually, empty set. 5 wide receivers. Randall, 3-step drop. Bubble screen right over the middle. Connects up to the 5 and into the end zone. So Randall can get it done too.
They caught us in an all-out blitz. We brought the house.
Everything but the kitchen sink.
Everything but the kitchen sink. They threw right over the blitz, right over the linebackers where they should have been. Threw right to that open spot and walked the ball into the end zone.
Hunter Elliott in kicking position for the Lions.
Touchdown Lions. And they spot the ball.
Here's the PAT. Oh, they mishandled it. And they hit him down at the 20 or the 18-yard line there.
13 seconds left to go in the fourth quarter. Your score, Langston.
So a miscue on the snap
Lyon College, 10.
on the Langston side of the football that time. Doesn't allow them to dot the I, and it's 30-10. Langston up by 20. Let's take a 60-second timeout here on the Lions. (30-10), the Scots trail. 6:13 left to go in the ball game. Langston set to kick the ball off. Long and Braswell back deep to receive the kickoff. Elliott's kick goes into the end zone. They're going to let it go. We'll have it on the 25.
Elliott's kick goes into the end zone.
Looks like Troxler's going to come back out. Michael Troxler, the redshirt sophomore out of West Memphis.
West Memphis, Arkansas.
Put together an impressive drive on the
did.
last series.
Yes, he really did. I'm really impressed with what I've seen from him. Another look at Bradley D out here as he flanks Troxler.
Troxler looks right, goes left, and in and out of the hands there of Dylan Wyatt.
Troxler's pass was intended for number 27, Devontae
No,
White.
that's
Sorry, that's
Devontae.
Devontae
Yeah,
White.
Devontae.
Second down, 10.
I got the right initials.
You do.
That'll stop the clock with 6:09 to go. But a pass that, a very catchable ball,
Very catchable.
hit the floor.
It did.
High snap, Troxler brings it down. He's going to run it. Holding it like a loaf of bread, though. Comes across the 30-yard line, brought down at the 31.
On the carry.
Be careful carrying the football that way. Get a helmet on it real quick, and that could be very detrimental.
He got her tucked just in time. Troxler with the snap.
Swings it, and it's intercepted by Langston. That's going to be intercepted by Mo Hill, the defensive back. Junior out of St. Louis, Missouri, puts the Langston Lions into great scoring position here inside the red zone.
You could tell they were nowhere on the same page. The receiver kept running. The quarterback threw to a spot. Just so happened the D-back was right there at that spot. Looked like it was aimed for him.
Ball is spotted at the Lyon College 19-yard line. First and 10, Langston.
First and 10 on the 19 for Langston. And they bring their quarterback back in, Larry Harrington.
Junior out of Raleigh, North Carolina. It's a good town, by the way.
North Carolina. Is that over by Virginia somewhere? Virginia, North Carolina? Somewhere around there. But these boys from Alabama come to play football today.
Yes, they did. They hand it off around the right-hand side. Wrestling down. It's going to be a touchdown. Touchdown for Langston. Langston's out of Oklahoma, by the way.
Oh, okay.
They got a few young men playing out of Alabama.
Well, Oklahoma, Alabama.
Langston is in Oklahoma. It's in Langston, Oklahoma.
Langston, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
You figure that, huh?
It's a good school. Actually, had the opportunity to travel with the Scots in the first couple seasons with them, and beautiful facilities there at Langston. Absolutely gorgeous facilities. Last time I was there, we were battling. It must have been Yellow Jacket Hornet season, but they were all over the place. Coach said, he said, "Man, I'm sorry. It was just we've been trying to keep these things back for weeks now."
And the extra point.
Extra point's up and good.
It is good. That means 37-10 as Langston extends the lead at 5.5 to go. But, yeah, that college is beautiful. It's a great atmosphere. They have great loyal fans. As you can see, they have some that made the trip over today.
Yeah.
But Langston, you're looking over the roster, typically Langston is a bit more dominant than they have been this year. But I know everybody's dealing with this thing called COVID-19, but Langston, looking at their roster, they are a young team, and it looks like they're learning. It really does. They're putting some good things on the field here, and they have just got the best of Lyon College today.
They have. The first half was a great football game, fought back hard. The second half, it's just like the Scots never could get the momentum, never could get the drive to go.
Back deep to receive for the Scots, number 3, Dakota Braswell.
And, the Scots play here at Batesville High School field, whose colors are black and orange, and the guys over there from Langston, it looks like they're black and orange.
Looks like their home
kind
field.
of like a home game for them. But
I like those uniforms, though.
I do
really
the orange on orange, but I really like the whiteout that the Scots are wearing.
Do too.
Those are really super awesome uniforms. Kind of old school, but I'm kind of an old school guy.
37-10. Elliott's going to tee it up. Long and Braswell back deep to receive. Going to be a low kick this time. Long takes it at the 3, comes out to the 15, 20, 25, and there's a flag. Field judge throws it from midfield all the way back to the 25. He saw something he didn't like.
Seen something.
There is a penalty flag on the play.
Hurdling? I don't know what it could have been. He hurdled it.
We'll see what field judge Kevin Wilhoit.
Blocking the back. 49 on the return team.
That's what Mr. Jarvis Walker says it is, so they'll back him up 10 yards.
Well, they're backing us up. So, yeah, they're going to stick with the call.
Instead of 1st and 10 on the 25, it'll be 1st and 10 on the 15 after that penalty. The Scots have been on the receiving end of big-time penalties this second half.
This second half has not been what the first half was as far as penalties go.
D takes the handoff. Off tackle on the right-hand side. Gets up to the 20-yard line. A gain of 5.
He was brought down by number 50, James Grace.
I've seen some positive things from the Scots, but I've seen a few negative things. Once they get down on themselves, it's like you can't pump them up with an air pump. They're showing blitz.
Troxler fakes the handoff. He goes right up the gut. He's got some room now. Another man to beat. Got a block out front up to the 40, 45, and that's where he's tripped up. Nice run by Michael Troxler. coming off the bench.
Good 40 yards there, wasn't it? Hey, good run. Troxler seems to be that spark plug that's not going to quit firing. He's going to keep on firing and firing and firing until the horn.
First and 10, Scots.
Nice run.
First and 10 from the 45-yard line. Troxler looking to pass. Throws it over the middle. Connects there with Sanger. In the Langston side of the football field, he's brought down at the 38-yard line, and we're moving the chains one more time.
That's a 38.
Spotted at the Langston 38-yard line. First and 10, Lyon College.
Line going tempo. Troxler looks left. Flushed out of the pocket to the far side. He's got to throw it away. Had a receiver there, but threw it too far down to the
grab.
down to the floor there where he get it. Second and 10 after the incompletion.
Stops the clock.
3:54 to go here in the ball game. Scots trail it 37-10. I've seen some interesting things happen, but I don't think I've ever seen this kind of a deficit overcome like this. Yeah. They hand it off to D out of the backfield, a delay handoff. D's going to pick up some positive yardage close to the 35-yard line, brought down at the 36.
Brought down by number 95, Robert Miller. Gain of 2 on the play brings up third down, 8.
3rd and 8 from the 36-yard line. Troxler from the gun. Drops back. He's going to air it out, and it's tipped. Now it's intercepted. It had a little wobble on it. It was tipped at the line of scrimmage, and it was intercepted. And the return back to the 40-yard line on the interception, Josh Warren.
David Overpeck saved a touchdown tackle there.
64, David Overpeck.
Troxler has thrown, is that 2 or 3 interceptions?
That's
now?
2 for him.
Langston has capitalized on a couple of turnovers.
Ball will be spotted at the Langston 40-yard line. First and 10, Lions.
I'd like to see what the turnover differential is right now. Our stats are about 5 minutes behind on the live stats. So 3:10 to go in this one. I think Langston is going to be okay with just running the clock out here. They're going to hand the ball off out of the backfield. Gets across midfield. Slips a tackle there and then brought down at the 30-yard line. Big chunk of yardage chewed up by Corey Allen, the freshman running back out of Cedar Hill, Texas.
He was brought down by number 26, Amarius Stinnett.
It looks like they're the same, Randy. It looks like
At the Lyon College
2 interceptions
28-yard line.
per
First
and 2
10,
fumbles per
Langston.
lost. So turnovers, we're right there.
The turnover ratio is about even.
About even.
Just a bad third quarter for the Lyon College
That's
defense.
what hurt us was that third quarter.
They're going to hand the ball off in the backfield. Caught up for a loss. Nicholas gets brought down at the 30-yard line. That'll be a loss of 1. Muhammad in on the stop.
Yeah. Hey, he's still firing. He's still a good defensive player. He ain't done yet. He ain't done yet.
Loss of 2 on the play brings up second down.
Loss of 2.
12.
2 minutes to go. Actually, 2:05 left to go here in the ball game. 37-10 is our score. Scots trail.
And they've got Tristan Randall in at quarterback.
He's going to hand the ball off. Now they're going left side.
To the big fullback feller.
Number 36, Dwayne
That's going to be Dwayne Nicholas.
Wayne Nicholas.
He gets up to the 20. He'll be short of the first down. It should be, I believe, 3rd down and short.
3rd and 2.
3rd and 1.
3rd and 1. They gave him more than what I thought they did on that. Yeah, 3rd and 1. You're right.
Ball is spotted.
That's what we call a generous spot.
Generous spot. Very generous
Third down,
spot.
1.
Just keep the ball on the ground and keep the clock ticking. Is that what you think?
That's what they're going to do.
Yeah, more than likely.
Hand the ball off one more time. He got the first down, so that will stop the clock till they move the chains. And brought down at the 26-yard line.
They're about 2 plays away from blowing the horn.
William Walter on the carry.
If the Scots let them, they may score again here.
They might. Let them score.
We're under a minute to go.
On the 16-yard line, 1st and 10, Langston.
They're going to let it run down as far as they can. Of course, the referee's keeping the time on the field as far as the play clock. They're going to hand it off one more time. Tackle from behind at the 15-yard line. Allen gets the carry, but
that's probably the last one right there. They probably won't snap the ball again.
Muhammad on the stop there for the Scots that time, and 15 on the clock. I believe Langston will be happy with letting this one run out.
I'm going to guess that you're correct.
Since the teams are walking off the field.
Since they're both headed to the white paint on the side of the field there.
37-10 will be our final score. Lyon College will be back next week. Take on Panhandle for Senior Day.
Please remain behind the chain link fence and do not enter the track area.
37-10 is our final score. Let's take a 3-minute timeout. We'll be back to recap this one here on the Scots Sports Network.
We were hoping it would go the opposite way, with Lyon getting the ball directly after the half. They came out, shot a blank, defense shot a blank. Langston took advantage of every opportunity they were given.
Scoring summary went like this. Hunter Elliott hit a 27-yard field goal for Langston at the 9:20 mark in the first. They went 13 plays and 60 yards on that drive. Lyon College scored next after that. Isaiah Bradford on a 1-yard keeper there. They went 7 plays, 78 yards, shoot up 2 minutes and 43 seconds off the clock. Larry Harrington, an 8-yard touchdown after that, after 4 plays, 76 yards. Jakari Jackson on an 11-yard touchdown run after 8 plays and 61 yards. Tristan Randall passed to Trevon Billington, 5 plays and 44 yards. And then William Walter carried it in for a touchdown there to pretty much put the nail in the coffin, if you will, for Lyon College. Yeah, but it was a very, very, very tough third quarter for the Lyon College defense. Coach Douglas still down on the field talking it over with some of his folks there too. But, yeah, Connor Brackett, I have to say, was a difference maker on the defensive side of the football for Lyon College today.
Definitely. I mean, in the other earlier games, you didn't hear much from him. He's a young guy. I just really noticed him today. Man, he towers over all the rest of the guys. He's a big guy. He's got super strength. He was in on just about every tackle that he could be in. Really impressed by his work today.
Isaiah Bradford didn't play much in the second half. You got to think that maybe, when he went down in the first half, he may have tweaked that left leg a little bit too much, more so than maybe what the trainer wanted to. He wanted to get back out there.
Oh, yeah.
He told Troxler was running back on the field. He grabbed him back and said, no, hey, man, I got
let
this.
Let me do this.
But, he's a tough kid, but, we got one more game to play, and, you're going to need that leg for the rest of your life, right?
Exactly. A lot of times, a lot of these guys here will never see the next level. So the next level is going to be whatever their career choice, their career path is, and I'm sure whatever he chooses is going to involve using his leg.
Absolutely. But Michael Troxler came on, Donald, and really, he was doing some very positive things here in the second half.
He was definitely doing some things. I was really impressed by the way he came in, his leadership, his kind of struck me as a lead by an example guy. He took off running with the football a couple of times and really took some shots. The time he slid and we thought it should have been a penalty, man, that was a lick. He endured a shot right there, got back up like a spark plug and said, come on, guys, let's go.
Absolutely, he did.
So that kind of, gives you a little bright side perspective there. In case you do lose your quarterback, you've got another one that's right there willing to go to saddle up and ride the whole way with you.
No penalties in the first half. We had an interception. Was going to kneel the football. Had a miscue on the snap. Fumbled it. Gave it back to Langston. Then intercepted one more time. to end the first half before we went into the halftime break. Bradford was still on the field. He was the one that didn't quite handle the football very well, too, and it was a bad snap.
It was.
It was a bad snap as well. I know he tried to do everything he could with it, but we had a momentum swing coming out or into the break. But then, as we mentioned a couple of different times, coming out into the third period, they just didn't put it together.
The third period is probably the toughest period of football that they've played yet, that we've been able to be a part of. Just wasn't meant to be after the third period today, And like I said, I figured we had the momentum going in. Our defense would come out fired up, but Langston wasn't having it.
No, they weren't. They put together several scoring drives, They caught a couple of interceptions and capitalized on those turnovers there. The turnover margin was even today, but still, Langston, third quarter, they dominated. We didn't do a whole lot in the third quarter to stop them. We couldn't really stop the bubble screen at all today. I mean, from get to go, we couldn't stop the bubble screen at all, too, and Langston finally started keying on that and kept attacking that.
The right-hand side of the defense, and they kept picking on it. The bubble screen, and it'd end around, and then they'd run the ball that way. Short passing game got us in trouble today.
Michael Troxler was a bright spot. Connor Brackett, was a very big bright spot today, too. Cameron Collins got a nice interception. I'm proud for him. And we have senior night, or senior day, if you will, coming up next Saturday against Oklahoma Panhandle State University. And we'll have a 2 o'clock kickoff